One clash, one fall, time will explode. You could feel red blood run cold across the postcode. Gabi down bad and the fear get viral. Fans screaming season done like a survival spiral. But breathe, my brother, fear don't leave. North London Warriors built from a stronger creed. Arteta armor defense like granite. We don't melt, this ain't that planet. No panic in the streets of North London. Even when that moment makes red blood run cold, we stand strong. Fear fades quick when the baseline rolls. Cannon on the chest, never lose control.
Panic? Shut up. Not panicking. Gabi's out injured. Could be 2 months. Could be 3 months. What? You thought it was going to be easy winning a Premier League? No, sir. It's hard goddamn work making it look this easy. Gabi's out. It's a shame. It's a shame. I lived through it. I have lived through these. You want to win the Premier League title with your first 11 fit every game? Don't be ridiculous. This time, we have backup. Now, just how good that backup is, we're going to find out. Going to find out. Could be Calafiori steps in for him. He's not ill. He's not unfit. Really ill. It could be that we find a Mosquera and Saliba makes a better back. I don't know, but we've got options. And the fact that everybody is melting down a little bit, it's getting on my nerves. It is getting on my nerves. All this, are we cooked? No, we're not cooked. 2004 Invincible season. You think Patrick Vieira played every single game? No, he missed about 11 games. That's Patrick Vieira. That's the captain. Was Patrick Vieira. You want to look at it, man. Like, when was the last time we won the league with fully fit players? It doesn't happen. It is a shame. I've heard so much crap about this as well. Oh, we shouldn't have let him go. We're not entitled. It's a FIFA regulation. We have no right to stop a player representing his country. All those of you who said he shouldn't have played, it's a meaningless friendly. Do you know how many times you get to represent your country, the Seleção, the famous Brazil, at your home stadium, the stadium you love, the Emirates? Of course he was going to play. And he got a thigh strain. And it does happen. And all these people talking about, oh, well, Mikel Arteta's overplayed him. Right, well, then has Arne Slot been overplaying Virgil van Dijk? Has Pep Guardiola been overplaying Erling Haaland? Every team overplays its best players. You can't drop Gabi, man. Can't drop Gabi. He's going to be out. We don't know how long for. You can blame whoever the hell you like. I'm cracking on with we're winning the league. We got things to look to right now. We've got Spurs on the weekend. Stay strong, people. Stay strong, because if it was easy to win a Premier League, we'd have done it by now. It isn't. It's bloody hard. And if there's one thing I've started to realise about our fan base, it's that we fall apart like a deck of cards. Everybody stand strong, right? Yes, it's shit that we're missing Gabi. And we have injury problems, and you're not allowed to talk about them because that's just excuses. We've got a deep squad now. We've done pretty well so far with the injuries we have had. Gabi Jesus has been out the whole year. Kai Havertz, pretty much the whole year. I mean, played 30 minutes this season. We've been without our captain. We've been without players for the whole season. 8 injuries at the moment. It's hard to know. But there is good news as well, because tonight one team has qualified for the World Cup that might not have been expected to. That doesn't always. I am, of course, talking about Austria getting an equaliser against Bosnia. And I knew they would. We qualified top of the group, through to the World Cup, as has another slightly less well-known country. You may not have heard of them. I think it's pronounced Scotland. Scotland, which gave us shortbread and iron brew and other stuff, I'm sure, they're through as well. So we'll be celebrating if Rosie's about. I'm sure she'll have a few things to say about it. But listen, rant over, right? But let me just remind you, this is the Premier League title. We have a 25-man squad. Yes, losing Gabi is bad. We lost him last season. Do you remember Kivior stepped in for him? We managed to get to the semi-finals of the Champions League. All we've got to do is stay strong. I think we very much hope that it's not going to need surgery, because that could be even longer. Worst case scenario could be 2 months. Realistically, do we think it's going to be about 11 games, right? We're without Big Gabi for 11 games. Our wall at the back is Gabriel. Big games in there, not going to lie. Big games in there, but we'll find out. We'll find out if this defence is a unit, if this defence is strong, if Gabi is really the only reason we're going to win the Premier League. It's all over, but I don't think so. I think we're good enough. So, first of all, can I just say thank you, Tuesday Club. Absolutely love it on the Tuesday nights. So glad that you're all here with me. I'm going to go through your comments. And first up, Zanzi. Evening, landlord. I'll have a pint of emergency meeting now and a packet of why, Gabi, why, please. Plus, it's taking an ex-gunner to save Scotland. Sorry, but in the World Cup, I didn't watch the Scotland game. Too busy with the Austria game, which was a little bit more scary than it needed to be. We equalised on half-time, just before half-time, and it was bloody VAR. Bloody VAR. Evening, gunners and gunnerettes. Mortlicky, Texas is here. Zanzi, he says. Mortlicky, Texas is then responded to with a sup, young fella. You well, I trust. And Malia, without whom it's not really worth opening the doors. Evening, boss man. Our Gabi's injured and it's all Arteta's fault and it's your fault. It's everyone's fault. I take full responsibility for this one. It was, after all, me that said he could go and play for Brazil. I mean, it's a meaningless friendly. It's a Brazil game. You can't expect him. I do take the point that even if he decided not to play, but why should you ever decide not to play for your country? I mean, yes, he got injured, but he might not have got injured. You don't know. I mean, look, I don't know. You can believe what you like. You can believe that there's no medical experts. You can believe that there's this orange zone. And there are some, I'm going to say this, there's some iffy things about it, because on the one hand, he did apparently train on his own before kickoff. So maybe there was some concern around him, and maybe it was stupid that they played him, but I'm sure they didn't put a gun to his head. Then Gabi takes some responsibility for this, because if you think you're not quite there, don't play. But he's had injuries. We've survived them before. I think we'll do it again. I don't understand the panic. Then again, I think we're on for a quad. Boy Tendio, you and I are strong, shoulder to shoulder, sir. Not giving in. And then here it goes. Where are we? A lot of you saying hello to everyone. Idris Adam is here. And this deserves at least, I think, at least a drum roll. You all deserve at least a drum roll, but Miss Molina's here, the Queen of Arsenal. We need a fanfare. I am working on it. So many ideas, so little time. Congratulations, Scottish. I think he's grammatically terrible, but I think the sentiment is okay. Scotland back in the World Cup almost 28 years. Is that how long it's been? Does anyone else remember? Like this one for the older guys. Scotland, I think it was in 98, had a song called Just Don't Come. Delamitri did the song Just Don't Come Home Too Soon. And they did. Scotland not great in the World Cup. Hope you weren't celebrating too much. As you know, over-celebrating. And it's lack of standards that have led to Scotland not winning the World Cup. So raise your standards, Scotland. Raise your standards. Maybe that could be the tune. I'm doing a song. I'm going to do a song called Raise the Standards. So many ideas, so little time indeed. Now, good evening, everybody. Kindly hit the like button on your way in here. Very well said, Miss Molina. Of course, it doesn't really matter. Definitely don't subscribe. I'd hate that. I'd hate to see more people in here enjoying themselves every Tuesday, Friday, Sunday. Mortlicky, Texas. Arsenal fans are like nervous, untrained puppies. They react with distress and pee at any bad news. It cannot be this way, guys. We lost Tony Adams. He went to prison for 3 months in 91. We still won the league. If you're good enough, it's because you've got a squad. This is not a one-man game. There are look, we're going to know more on Friday about the probable lineup, so I'll leave the speculating to Friday night show. But it does feel like we are going to be without. Well, I think we know we're going to be without Victor Gyökeres. I can't see any of the fit again players getting chucked in. It ain't going to be a Kai Havertz game. You don't spend almost a year out and then get chucked into a North London derby. It is going to be big. We are going to win it because we've got some injuries, but they have too. Timber is fine. Is that confirmed? I'm really glad you put that there because that's the last thing I saw. And there's a lot going on at the moment and I couldn't keep up with it. Bernardi and Martinelli are fit for the Tottenham derby. I just don't see that. Odegaard, close, very likely fit. Yonkers is a sticky situation, 50-50. 50-50. Thanks for the updates, Idris Adam. Organisers are creating just too many games. Players' injury profiles are different. It's not one-on-one between any two players. Evening, Landlord. Charles, great to see you, sir. Always love your input and your comments. Another really good one there. There are too many games. FIFA know it. We've increased the Champions League by 2 extra games for everybody. There's a League Cup and the FA Cup. They need to. I think most sensible people are looking at should there not just be an increase in squad size. I think if you're in the Champions League, you should be entitled to a squad increase. But with that comes an increased wage bill and more problems that your players won't all get to play when they want to. This is a very difficult situation. I know that back in the early days of the Champions League, Man United really had kind of 2 teams, and they were the first team I remember to have sort of a European team and a Premier League team. It's just not easy to get away with that, is it? All players want to play in the Champions League, really. We got this. We'll win the league and we'll smash Spurs at the weekend. Let's go. We don't need Gabi to beat Spurs. Last time, I still can't get over this. I think Zanzi alerted me to this last time. We have not lost to Spurs at the Emirates since the 23rd of November, 2010. Marouane Chamakh was playing up front. We went 2-0 up and lost 3-2. That's the difference now, isn't it? That ain't happening this weekend. I'm sorry for insulting nervous, untrained puppies. All right. Early star there. Chris Hintonio. 4 points clear after all those injuries. 4 points clear after all those injuries. Very well said. 4 points clear. People aren't giving us anything like the credit for that. So we're only 4 points clear. We're only 4 points clear after 11 games. How many points do you want to be clear after 11 games? You're going to be 10 points clear, are you? And if City are so strong and so powerful, and this is, just come back, repeat myself a little bit. Pep Guardiola gets no shit at all for playing Erling Haaland as much as we've played Gabi. Arne Slot gets no shit. There's 2 players at Real Madrid have played more minutes. It's just what you do, isn't it? Last season, Liverpool were really fortunate with injuries. This season, a bit less so. Oh, flower of Scotland. They're the only words I know for that, but well done, Scotland. Well done, Scotland. Oi, Razor. We got back up. Shame Gabi out, but that's life. You want some? I love it, Anthony. Anthony, we his big arms. Anthony dipped in Sherbert Herbert. Ernie Vader. Gert Lush. Love him. Do you know what? Let's be grown-ups. Big boy and big girl pants. This is it. Like, you want to win a league? Yeah, try doing it with 25 players, none of whom ever get injured. We've already had injuries this season. No one's going to give a shit. We can't cry about injuries. Winners win, losers make excuses. Let's just crack on. I think this fan base has the weakest mentality of the Prem, to be honest. I don't know if I'd say that. I think, I hear a lot about the PTSD of coming second. Mate, try the PTSD of coming 8th. What if we'd stayed there? I mean, how many fan bases have to put up with way worse? How about the PTSD of nearly going down every year? Welcome to West Ham life. Welcome to Everton life. Rosie, I think we should all support Scotland. Austria. We support Austria. It's so great. Ralph Rangnick, you know what? Done some sterling work with Austria. Qualified top of a group. Romania, Bosnia in that group. There's some other teams. No offense, Nick, but Rosie, Queen of Scotland. I've been gear from the start, boss, editing a video. Hope all's well. Good to hear you editing a video. I have some food videos I want to run past you. I want to get your seal of approval. I've now done 4 sandwiches. The pounds are piling on, guys. What I do in pursuit of excellence. Remember the Gooner channel, Adam's Arms, on a quest to find the best food to watch football with. And Malia, hope you're well. Zandy, are you well? So a lot of are you well? Let's just all assume we're well. Thank you. Rosie, I hope you're feeling good with no birthday hangover. Rosie doesn't drink. Rosie does not partake of the evil. I think it's crazy people want players to give up international caps. You're just not going to, man. Like, you're not. And, all the people going, it's a meaningless friendly. Shit. That's what football's supposed to be, putting on the shirt, the Seleção Canaria. I'm not going to turn that down, man. Like, it's a pinnacle of any. And look, I get it. I hate international breaks. I'd much rather there weren't international breaks in the middle of a Premier League season. Next season, there will be one fewer at least. They are listening. FIFA want to play these World Club Cups. That's, we weren't even in that. That's going to put extra pressure on injuries. There's so much football. And if you wanted to talk about it, I know very little about this, but the player cap, the proposed player cap that Arsenal have turned their back on as an idea. And I think it's good. I don't think you need salary caps for Premier League players, because ultimately they get what they negotiate. And if you think they're earning a lot of money, well, where would you rather the money to go? Do you want Stan Kroenke to pocket even more money? I'm not really that fussed. I like the fact that some of my favourite Arsenal players are absolutely minted. None of them are the richest footballer in the world. Does anyone remember who the richest footballer in the world is? He's a billionaire. And it's not Cristiano Ronaldo, who at 40, nearly 41, really needs to slow down a little bit, doesn't he? Anthony Herbert got some Thornton's Black Cider for you. Isn't that like a really cheap one? Whole barrel in the cellar, and I got a long straw set aside for you. Nonny and Martin are back, not is back. Nonny and Martin, plural, are back. Nonny is back, or Martin is back. Fine. Nonny and also Nonny is capitalized. It is, after all, an abbreviation of his proper first name, noun. Going where, Adam? Hello, Mid Gooners plus Rosie. We're still doing the top, bottom, and mid. I quite like DJB's cautious Gooners. Mob Boss is here. Hello. Mob, of course. I'm sure you know exactly who to blame for an injury to Gabriel's thigh. I've made that sound really, really fruity. I went to Tottenham Court Road, Rosie. Lovely. Sad news with the injuries. Arteta better figure it out. I think he has figured it out. I think he will figure it out. But we don't know. I don't know. Maybe he'll drop a bollock, and maybe he'll put Marino in centre-back. Maybe Declan Rice goes in centre-back. Who's it going to be? It's going to be, I think, if Calafiori's fit enough, and there was a bit of an injury scare for him, he was pulled out the Italian side. If Calafiori is fit enough, and what a shit time Italy are having, by the way. What shit time Italy are having. Thank you, Zanzi, on the way to the Adams Arms. Forget the straw. Get in. I fucking love Delamitri. There is that one amazing Delamitri track, which I really love. Post office clerks write letters at nobody. What's it called? Nothing Ever Happens. Brilliant song. Really good. Tyrell Gunner's here. Big up, Dan. Big up yourself. Massive elevations to you all. Big Gabi is a big loss, but luckily we'll have depth now. Mosquera and Incapia and Calafiori, not to mention Ben White can play centre-back. Declan Rice, in his formative years, played centre-back. And Jurriën Timber is a competent centre-back. So everyone calm down. But they're not going to calm down. They're not going to calm down because we find ourselves in a situation where there's a lot of Arsenal content creators, and I can say, trying to make content every day must be so incredibly difficult that when you get any kind of story like this, I mean, I saw She Knows Arsenal actually saying, are we cooked? What? Because we lost our player. Imagine if that's how fragile our Premier League title challenge is. We don't deserve to win, right? Are we cooked? I'm not cooked. I'm a chef, but I'm not cooking. Martinelli back for the tongue. I don't know if I believe that. Sorry. We raised the standards tonight. 4 unbelievable goals. I didn't see it. I know there was some celebrating going on. I was laser focused on the Austria. I genuinely thought if it had stayed 1-0 to Bosnia, they took the lead in the first half. If it had stayed 1-0 to Bosnia, we would have been in the playoffs. No, we're through. Through like Scotland. Through like England. Nonny and Martinelli, you've just said a lot of this stuff already. You've cut and pasted that twice. Tyrell Gunner TV, hope you're well. Young man. Tyrell TV, big up, mate. And big up, Rosie. I'm well. Thanks for your help too. So, where are we at? Eze is going to run right in the first North London derby. North London versus Hertfordshire derby. Beautiful. It's Middlesex, actually, isn't it? Isn't it? Am I wrong? I'm not wrong about that. No, they're a Middlesex club. But, yeah, North London is red. We know that. And we expect nothing less. 15 years of total dominance continues. And And, let's be clear, if we're complaining about injuries, then we have to at least allow them to complain about injuries. James Maddison, do you remember when everybody was trying to say he was the best of the two captains? Well, the greatest ability is availability. So where are we at? Who's got something to say? I got to say, Scott McTominay goal was brilliant. That overhead kick. Did he do an overhead kick? Is that serious? The Arsenal hate is blatant. We can only laugh and enjoy it. But I don't mind. I don't mind other teams and other fans trying to say shit about us. I love it. I love to live rent-free in the heads of other fans. But what I don't understand is how we're out there flapping around going, oh, what if for Gabi? We can't win the league. No, come on, man. In honour of Gabi, stand strong. Hincapié, Mosquera, one of them two. I think Mosquera's look great. Obviously, I think he's better on the right-hand side. But you know what? Who saw Kivior playing as well as he did last season when Gabi was out? I may whisper this, but perhaps it's our system. Perhaps it's our defensive setup. Perhaps it's the overall tactics of the team rather than just the one player. And after all, listen, some of these people tonight are having emergency sessions. And you know who I'm talking about. The same pricks that were giving it bozo gene about Gabriel 3 years ago or 4 years ago. And now saying, what are we going to do without him? The same people who didn't think he was worth a shit are now sitting around thinking, oh my God, what will we do without him? That's how fickle these people are. I'm not. Gabi, you'll be missed. You know you will. It must be so difficult to be a player like him sitting on the sidelines. But Freddie Ljungberg did it in the Invincible season. Do you know how many games Dennis Bergkamp actually started in the Invincible season? Like I said, Patrick Vieira missed 10 games, 11 games. Not ideal, but you get through it. You get through it or you don't win the Premier League. No one gives you the Premier League. Scotland to win the World Cup. I'll give you odds on that. What do you want? Do we need to be reminded of Emery? I think not. To be fair, I did hear a funny one the other day that Arteta would come second in Arteta. That famously happened to that was Elvis Presley. Actually, I think he came third in a lookalike. Now, Baratwa Sekwabab. Sorry, I'm going to try that harder. Baratwa Sekwababe. Brilliant to see you. Thank you. Instead of Semenya, what do you think of Ismail Sarr? I generally think he's better, and Sarr's a great player. I don't think we're getting either, to be honest with you, because I think that this January transfer window is probably we might need to sell in order to replace, and the squad's pretty deep already. Who would you want to see go the other way? That's all. But fantastic to see you here. Make sure you hit like, and I hope I did your name justice, sir. Joseph Munachismo. Arsenal fans have to make sure we beat Spurs at Emirates Stadium. Absolutely. Fantastic to see you as well. Listen, I don't think you need to look more than the game ahead in the Premier League. The Invincible season, no one was talking about being invincible. We're just talking about winning the league. Then you get to win the league, and then it's like, oh, well, we've still been unbeaten. I don't give a shit about records. I don't give a shit about anything else. But I'm also not sitting here like some sort of absolute melt saying to you that the only thing that matters in football is winning silverware. It isn't. It's about passion. It's about pride. It's about just the sheer thrill of it. And I heard somebody say something really resonated with me earlier, which is football is entertaining. It's not entertainment. It is sport. It is people giving up their lives and putting their bodies on the line to win silverware, to win honor, to win glory, to play the game they love. COVID Arsenal tested us all. Yeah, definitely. That's very true. Thoughts on Chelsea's fans saying it's an insult comparing Diamond to Steval? Thoughts on Chelsea fans saying anything is pointless to me. They will talk a lot of shit. Arsene Wenger said it best. Everyone thinks they have the most beautiful wife at home. Like if they want to, like it's not like anyone's swapping. They're not even comparable positions, are they? Dalman, I think, is much more central. I don't know that much about Esteval. I think he looks really good. But lots of players look really good at Chelsea for a bit and then don't look good. You need a team that plays together, right? Rosie saying, how will Arsenal do that in your opinion? Make sure we beat Spurs. We just do, man. We just do. How about the best beer to drink while watching football? I'll do that. I'll do that. We need some sponsorship, though. I don't drink that much. I just like lager, any lager. I think the last one I enjoyed was Kronenbourg 1664. So we'll say that for now. Anyone wants to sponsor, I am launching my own vodka range called Responsibly. Please do drink responsibly. Dan's new YouTube is going to be called Dan Eats Sarnies. No, it's not. It's not. It's the Gooner Channel Foods Ball is what it's called. But I'm going to put my... listen, I can't wait to get your feedback. I'm going to run it past Rosie first. Oops, excuse me. Run it past... That's what's happened. I've been eating sandwiches all day. I did love a sole with lime and a packet of dry roasted nuts. Oh, good choices. But why put fruit in a beer? Stop it. I spent a couple of months in Mexico. Never saw that happen once. And drank a lot of Corona. Hincapié, not Calafiori at centre-back. I don't know. I honestly don't know. I think Hincapié is being earmarked as a left-back, honestly. But I don't know. Why would I pretend to know? It's just a hunch. It's just a hunch. Let's adjust that so you can see the wonky sign. I know how much Earth Vader likes to see. Get the wonk on. What am I doing up here? Come on, guys. Who wants to come up? Who wants to come up and do this? I know I'll make it look easy. It's actually easy. The crowd are great. The chat's the best. Here's how my logic is working out. If people are so worried about injuries, and I don't believe they can have the expectation of the league or the UCL, they're just nervous. They're nervous. It's like we've all been around nervous people. Oh, do you think it's going to rain tomorrow? Do you think it's going to just calm down? Just chill out. Chill out, right? Your job as a fan is to show some pride. Remember what made you a fan in the first place. It isn't worrying about one injury. Okay. Nothing Ever Happens is a goodie. My all-time favorite is Always the Last to Know. I don't like that one. I don't like that as much. Definitely. I really, really like Nothing Ever Happens. It's brilliant lyrically. Nice Hero Mascara is a Gooner too. Yes, sir. Also, I went Garage MC there. Yes, sir. I also ponder why they celebrated the hiring of Bertrand and its acquisitions if we're suddenly so fragile after one defensive injury. There's this really interesting thing going on at the moment where some people are giving it, oh, you said we had a deep squad. And I'm saying, yeah, we do have a deep squad. Gabriel has played every game so far because he is kind of irreplaceable. But that doesn't mean that this isn't a great opportunity for someone to come in and claim that spot. I do remember when Kieran Tierney was so good at left back for us that no one would ever come in. Now we've got like 3 guys. We had Zinchenko, had that 4. Timber 5. It's honestly, it is important to keep perspective. We are going to find out if Hincapié isn't any good at the centre back position or Calafiori. I have a feeling it might be Calafiori, but if he doesn't work out there, and Hincapié doesn't work out there, and Mosquera doesn't work out there, then yeah, what we found out is our squad isn't as good as we thought it would be. Here he comes, the man, the myth, the legend. There is only one man. Zanti.
Dun, 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 dun,
Copyright.
dun, dun.
Copyright. Don't come on here and demonetize me. I'm trying to make ends meet, mate. How are you?
I'm okay. I mean, no, Gabby's out. I heard a little bird, and it was saying that Gabby, before the game against whoever they played,
Senegal, was training alone.
Yeah, was training alone.
Yeah. There's also a lot being made. There's like conspiracy theorists. There's a lot being made of the fact that even today I was reading it and I thought I'd covered this. There's not enough people watch the Gooner channel, for God's sakes. But the idea that I think Tom Canton was alluding to the fact that Carlo Ancelotti apologized for the injury to Gabriel, which of course makes it feel like he felt culpable. But I think he was saying, I'm sorry. And then he went on to say, when anyone gets injured, it's bad. I think he meant, I regret that he's injured, not that I feel culpable for it. Bobby here says, you are drawing to Spurs and losing to Chelsea. Do you do any other psychic premonitions? Can you predict when Chelsea will next be relevant? Can you tell me if Spurs are ever going to be the kind of club that might occasionally have a stab at a big trophy? What are the lottery numbers? There are loads of things I want to know. Now that I know, Bobby, welcome. Haven't lost to Chelsea since 2018 or something. Yeah, don't care about Chelsea. Chelsea's not this match. Faik Jeffrey Bolikia is supposed to be the richest footballer in the world. He's part of the Brunei royal family. Stop being silly, mate. I'm talking about. True. Yeah, come on.
He's a professional footballer playing in the Thai league or something like that, and he's worth 20 billion.
Yeah, but okay. Let me rephrase that. Self-made billionaire. Stupid. As soon as that stupid offshore account money worn off, you ain't been able to beat us. Yeah.
Well, I suppose he was self-made because he was born. He said, "That's all mine, thank you."
No, that's literally not. You're just being. Don't make me tell you off.
Maybe his dad said, "Look, Farik, if you can find out where all the money is, you can keep 20 billion of it." He said, "Okay."
You're assuming he has found out where all the money is. He probably hasn't. He probably doesn't know he's a billionaire. Why else would he be a professional footballer? Everyone is welcome here, but I don't think Bobby's been disrespectful. Sorry, I think he just said what he thought, that we would draw to Spurs and lose to Chelsea. As far as I know, I'm assuming not disrespect. I'm just assuming he's high as fresh drip art. Why do Chelsea fans like comparing their players to us? Keeps them relevant, I guess. Keeps them in the conversation. I mean, they are the best club in the world. Look at this. Jose's here. Greetings, everyone. Thank you for being here. Absolute star, BX kind of 81. Jose! Saar doesn't have a better work ethic than Saar, in my opinion.
That's true, actually, because he couldn't have a better work ethic than himself.
I think you're in a facetious frame of mind today, aren't you? Do you need to go down to the cellar and move some barrels around or something?
Well, I've got to go and get Herbert's bloody cider up, haven't I?
You have. I can't have him chewing the carpets, waiting for the.
I'm just thinking because he probably wouldn't even fit down the cellar with his big arms.
Massive arms.
Yeah.
Massive arms. Tiny little ears, massive arms. As you can see, he's already corrected himself. What he meant to say was Saar doesn't have a better work ethic than Semenyo. I've seen Saar since Watford, and he's good, but not better than Semenyo. I think Semenyo fits us better. I just don't think we're signing either. And anyway, look, you know what? It's just me. I appreciate you all like to talk. Everyone loves to talk about transfers. We never have a better crowd than transfer deadline night. It's like football Christmas Eve, isn't it? But personally, I'm happy with our squad right now. I don't know who we would be moving on, and we'd definitely have to move someone on, wouldn't we? Someone would have to get dropped to bring in Semenyo. And does anyone want to tell me who it's going to be?
Can I just say that the Christmas transfer window, not this season, the last season, the last summer, was a bit depressing if you thought it was like a Christmas day. Who are we getting in? Oh, is that all we're getting in?
I saw a clip today of Arsene Wenger being interviewed the day before transfer deadline day, and he said, maybe we'll have a big surprise for you. And it was the day before we signed Mesut Ozil. No such luck if you're trying to follow Arteta. If football is only about silverware, then it's no wonder the sense of community is gone. Exactly. And it's bullshit anyway, because what do you say? Like I heard Lee Gunner saying in the charity stream, charitably, we should get rid of half of the London teams, get rid of Brighton because they never win anything. Like the only point to existence is silverware. Fine. You can be proud of your team. I know people who are very proud of their team, and the team is Leyton Orient. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. That's football, isn't it? Proud of your local team. I suppose if you're from Milton Keynes and you're a Mockney and you want to bask in the reflected glory of Arsenal and you choose to be an Arsenal fan because we're winning things and your tiny little narcissistic personality demands that of itself and other people for you, and then we stop winning for a bit, it must be a very depressing feeling. Could always just
the thing is though, if like you just said, was it Lee Gunner saying that get rid of half the teams?
Yeah,
if there was a European Super League, you could probably get rid of half the teams using his logic, because half of those teams wouldn't win that title.
He was like, it's been we shouldn't be in the top 6. It's been 4 years since. I don't think it makes any sense, the top 6 debate. I don't care. I can't say it often enough. If people want to say their team's bigger than mine, good. What am I supposed to? I'm not jumping ship. This isn't a catalogue. You don't go through it every season and go, well, fuck me. Do you know what? Man City are good now. I have to support them. Support your club. However you fell in love with Arsenal, that's brilliant. I'm glad you did. For some of us, it was a present carpet. You know, like for others, it was a relative. And for some of the people watching this stream now, and who have watched the Gooner channel, who are in every way proper Arsenal fans. For some of them, it was a choice that they can't even explain. You know, that happens to, in my case, that it was family and it was my local club. But you know what? Like, however you choose to support, if you just support because of the team winning silverware, you're what we call a glory hunter. And
may I just point out that talking about catalogues, when the Littlewoods catalogue used to drop, I used to thumb through quite a few of those pages.
I bet you did. It was the days before the internet. Razor and a wonky badge. Razor and a wonky badge. Let me write that down. That's a great song. Razor and a wonky badge. Could be a little. Yeah, okay, we'll do that. The decal is straight, but the wall is wonky. I missed out. Also, I just want to say, Baratwa, thank you so much for subscribing. I really hope you enjoy it here as much as I do. That's kind of like the best thing I can say to anyone. Clifford, good to see you, sir. Love the little picture. I prefer Mosquera or Calafiori to Hincapié. I get that. I honestly think they brought Hincapié in to be left back, and that makes sense if you're going to play Calafiori. I don't know if Mosquera at the left side of defence. Listen, you expect us to be a little bit more vulnerable without Gabi, but we go from conceding 5 goals in 11 games to maybe 5-5, and we could still be winning. Guys, it's not the wall, it's the badge. We're just watching it the wrong way. You are indeed. Does this help? Look, is that better? I would rather have us deal with these injuries at this current time than down the line in February, April. Good point. Saying that, though, our run-in from February to from April on is pretty straightforward.
I'd love to know where he's come from.
What do you mean?
Where he lives.
Who?
The person who was just at the Batois bar.
Oh, okay. Why? Are you sending Christmas cards or something?
No, it's just a great name.
It is a great name. So is Zanzi, though, to be fair. Not really interested in the lottery numbers. It's picket change to... I think you mean pocket change. Clifford, welcome. You are the real big red dog. It's Gary. Wait for it. There it is. Hello, Gary. Bye, Gary. Where's that come from? I'm sorry. I get very snippy with the Chelsea fans who actually believe they can talk to Arsenal fans. Don't. They're little brothers. They are our little brothers. You know, whatever they do, they're always trying to impress us. We go, look, we've won more Champions Leagues than you now. Well done. Well done. Shit team, no fans. Shit team, no fans. Just remember that, all right? Your stadium is never full. Man, I could get a season ticket at Chelsea. Man like Gary in it, Famalam. Malia's proper road today. Digsie's Diner, get in. Fabrizio said Gabriele is out for a month. Well, actually, that's better news than I heard. I heard David Ornstein, bomba. 1 month. The sources, unnamed sources from within the club who had been sworn to secrecy, basically is a mole in there. There is a mole in the ground, and they came out and said, "Oh, he's out for 2 months. It's going to be ruinous to the charge." If we were to sign Semenyo, who would you want to sell? Jesus would be my pick. I don't think we can sell Jesus in January. I'm not saying I wouldn't. I think, look, we're in danger a little bit. We always want a bit more. January transfer window. The January transfer window is not really a time to do business to get you over the line. I think we've got the squad to get us over the line. But if another injury or two happens, if it turns out that Gabriel does need surgery, which will keep him out for 3 months or longer, then maybe that's the thing to do. Maybe that's the solution. But personally speaking, much as I think, so, and this is not me saying I don't think Semenyo is a great player. I do think he's a great player. I would like to see him at Arsenal. I just have to acknowledge the fact that we've done a lot of business and we probably need to sell some players. Let Gabriel rest. He'll be fresh for the run-in. I agree. Just like Tony Adams rested in prison in 91. You know, he did his 3 months inside. I remember he came back in the headline when I think he scored, but we won the first game he came back, and I think it was a cup game in January. And he was like, "Would you believe it? Would you Adam and Eve it?" And that was brilliant. But shit happens, people. You've got to be strong. Dan Zanti, why are Maverick Calafiori can't play left centre back? He's amazing and first choice for Italy without Bastoni shipped. Yeah, I do think Calafiori. I don't know. We will talk about it on Friday because I don't know. I know he got sent home from the Italian squad. Maybe he chose to come home. I can't believe he chose to come home for a game that important, though. But they did ship 4 goals without him. He's looked much better than I thought Calafiori would look. Zanzi, who are you playing at centre back instead of our Wall at the back?
I would put. I've already said it's going to be Calafiori and Saliba as centre backs. Timber over on the right if he's not injured, which I don't think he is.
I think there's worries about him, actually.
Yeah.
I do think there are a few worries about him. It is what it is. You know, we have a 22-man squad. I don't want to see any of the players out for months. Declan Rice would be a real problem if we lost him. Bukayo Saka hasn't been playing that well this season, but you still don't want him out for a long period of time. We got to get through this Tottenham game, and then we should have 3 or 4 players back. And then, of course, Bayern, it's not a dead rubber by any stretch of the imagination, and there's pride at play. But it's the pressure's off that one because we've won 4 games in a row. And
I'll have Hincapia as left back, which would mean Miles Lewis-Skelly can come on second half.
Yeah, Miles Lewis-Skelly has barely played this season. But we have rotated a fair amount. I think it's really worth pointing out that people just want to have a pop about everything Arteta does. Fair enough. But I don't think he's overplayed. I mean, playing Gabriel for the first 11 games of the season is not that unusual. You know, there are lots of teams that have done it. There are lots of teams that play. And also, you know, like going back through the titles, as I said, we lost players for the Invincible season. We lost players for 2002. I have to make the cellar door bigger if I'm going to take all the beer out of the cellar. Hawkwind, stand by, ladies and gentlemen, when Hawkwind arrives. Don't forget, you know, by day. Dispensing justice to Chelsea wherever he goes. Okay. Great Seahawk. McTominay is that mother funster, takes big balls to do what he's been doing for the last 3 years. He really does. What's up with Lucky Singh might come in later and explain to me exactly how that could be a player that they let go. Craziness. Hawkwind. No, that's a glory hole. What the fuck? Straight in there. Gary comes into the chat and then he disappears. Hello, Gary. Bye, Gary. I see what you mean. Yeah, he does do that. Why? Where's Gary gone? Donde es el Gary? He's not changing his curtains, is he? Botswana. Ah, fantastic. Zanzi?
I did find out.
You did find out. Are you happy that you found out?
Yeah, and also happy that it's also been confirmed by him as well.
That's quite near you, isn't it?
No, not really.
Well, how far? All right, it's because it's Africa and it's a massive continent, but it's in southern Africa, isn't it? It's landlocked. It's not that far. What you want about? It ain't that far from you.
Well, no, because we've got this great big place called Tanzania in between us.
Right. One country.
Yeah. It's a big country, though, Tanzania is.
Yeah, it is. I'll give
a lot of lions there as well.
Do you know what? It's on my bucket list. I want to visit Southern Africa really badly because I worked in the travel industry for a bit, and I just fell in love. Like, so much beautiful landscape, so many wonderful animals to look at, some absolutely beautiful places I have to check out. And yeah, that's on the bucket list. Don't know when though. Bobby said, Calafiori improves on ball game. Okay. So are you saying Calafiori at centre-back as well? Is that what you're saying, Joseph? Loving these comments, by the way. Bobby, no Gabriel, no set-piece goals anymore. Gabriel's the reason for all your goals. I'm so happy. You should stay happy for as long as you possibly can. Because if you're a Chelsea fan, all your best years are so far behind you. Sorry. Anyone watching Pluribus? It's excellent. No. But I will if it's a recommendation. I do watch these. Like Ask Boy Tendio, I watch the Alchemist Diaries. Post office clerks put up signs saying positions closed. Absolutely. I God, there's some brilliant lyrics in that song, and I'm trying desperately to remember them. But yeah, I love that Delamitri song. I googled your surname and it came up Botswana. Great to see you here, another gunner. Brilliant stuff. Careful, he's already started googling you. Good to have you here. Absolutely. Bobby Aziems. Do you think our style of play for reason for our injuries? We press relentlessly and pin teams to their own half, plus defenders a unit. Hence the amazing defensive numbers it's training. Can I just remind everyone? Great question, Bobby. Thanks so much for asking it. It used to be, as an Arsenal fan, we'd get to November, December, and the injuries would start rolling in, and everybody always wondered what we were doing. And it turned out, according to the German sports science specialist that was hired to investigate Arsene Wenger's practices and find out what happened, it was the fact that Arsene used to like to really do heavy training in the summer. He used to like to go to Austria and do intensive behind closed doors training so that we would start the season really well and get a really good run at the season. But we'd start having load injuries by November. I think it would be mad for me to sit here and say that there isn't something we're doing that's causing a lot of muscular injuries, probably more than most. We're definitely getting more injuries than the average. But I don't think you could say that Tottenham are a high-pressing team, and they've got 12 injuries at the moment, and they've got injuries to some of their key players. So I don't know. I'm definitely not qualified to say, but I'd love to hear in the comments, guys. Can we get in on this? Because it's a great question. Is it the pressing, Jurgen Klopp's side, very much having to push the gegenpress, tired players out over a long period of time? I think we haven't had terrible injuries, right? We've had really bad injury to Gabi Jesus. It's worth remembering his first critical injury happened in the World Cup, playing for Brazil. Let's stop buying Brazilians. Maybe that's the thing. Maybe let's stop buying good Brazilians. But I think we have had injuries now to Kai Havertz. But William Saliba, when he injured his back and he was out, there were worries that he might be out for a really long time and he might never fully recover. Calafiori runs around like a crazy horse, keep him away from the centre back. I don't know, man. I don't know. I think that's true. I don't agree with you, Mortlicky, Texas, and that puts me in a weird place. I think that's never happened before. Should we just agree that I'm right?
I mean, I can see where Texas comes with that, because Calafiori is one of those things. He suddenly pops up in the penalty box, and he scored that great goal, but it's offside. But I think when he's playing, it was
such a good goal.
Yeah,
offside's nonsense, isn't it?
But I think when he's playing as centre back, he gets his centre back head on.
I have no opinion. I can honestly say I've been he's hard for me to figure out. He's not a defender I feel fully confident in, but he's not really let us down. I don't know. I like Mosquera because he's so unfussy. I don't know if he's all right on the left or if Saliba could play on the left. I don't know enough about this, to be honest with you. I will have to trust that whoever we put out against Tottenham is ready and doesn't run around like a crazy horse. But Mortlicky, I can't really disagree with you because I don't know. I know that I've expected for some time now Calafiori to have a total meltdown, but it hasn't really happened. Okay, so Botswana's near me. That's exactly right. Boitendio is near you. I'm really glad. Listen, it's brilliant. This is one of the things I love most about this pub because it's how you guys love football and how we all come together and support a team. And not everyone in here is an Arsenal fan. We take all views and all cues, and we just... It takes all hues to make a great pub, but I will say it does fill my heart with a little bit of joy when you get fans from all over the world, and we're really well supported in countries like Brazil as well, which is another reason that you want your players playing for the country. You're just a bit gutted for Gabi Jesus and Gabriel and Martinelli, who was flown out. Even though he was injured. We under Diniz, people forget that. We said he was injured. They called him out anyway and then didn't play him, left him on the bench. Right, so Calafiori, left centre-back, Saliba, right centre-back. Okay, I'm with you on that one. I think that's what's going to happen. Malia says, now Gabi is injured. We're going to score from open play. Brace yourself, guys. Just warn everyone. Yeah, I mean, 2 goals against Sunderland. You know, we do score open. And also, come on, man. Who's keeping a count of what goals? It doesn't matter. The only count you need to keep is what the scoreline was. Well said, Malia. Clifford, I just know Mourinho will score a set piece against Spurs just to rattle all the other fan bases. How cool would it be if he scores from not a set piece? That question for me, and I say it would be. It might even be just a determination of the players pushing their bodies to the limit. Yeah. I don't know, man. I didn't watch the Brazil game. And I think he came off in the first half, didn't he?
No, he's 63rd minute or something.
Oh, was it? Yeah. I misunderstood that. I thought he'd come off in the... Oh, right, okay. So he had 30 minutes to go. Not he hadn't played 30 minutes. All right. Well, look, injuries happen, you know. I mean, you can injure yourself just getting up out of your chair, can't you, these days? Well, hey, Alexander Ramsey. Hi from LA. Just discovered your channel. Subscribed. Brilliant news. Gabriel only has 1 Premier League goal this season, so we'll miss him. But saying we won't score without him is deluded. Yeah, absolutely. I'm really glad you did that. I don't know if I haven't checked, but I did remember when I read the comment thinking, is that even true? And it turns out it's not. So well Googled, well researched. And also, it's just another load of nonsense, isn't it? People want to listen, if you want to banter Arsenal, banter us on things that have happened. Don't banter us on things that haven't happened yet because you think they're going to happen. You're just going to feel silly when they don't. You know, Arsenal only score from set pieces, then we put 2 past Sunderland. It's all right. We'll be fine. Who scored? What? 2 teams have scored more goals than us anyway. Great. Los Angeles. Fantastic to have you here. Really, really looking forward to the World Cup in the United States. Really looking forward to it for Austria. Really looking forward to it for England. And, oh, God, what's that little parochial north of the border?
Faroe Islands.
Yes, yeah, something like that. Faroe Islands, Glasgow Islands, Scotland. Well done, Scotland. I
think while we're on the subject, I think Rosie has to thank the Arsenal fan base here for Kieran Tierney scoring a goal for Scotland.
You're welcome. You're welcome, Rosie. Don't know if that's going to stick. No top team will not press. OOP is also not the issue. Everyone press. All good teams have OOP structure. However, muscle injury can be attributed to intensity of the Premier League versus La Liga Serie A. I agree. Listen, it's not just us that have injuries. I said 12 injuries for Tottenham. Rodri's out with anterior cruciate ligament injury. Pep does rotate, but it's not. His rotation isn't so much more than ours. The 2 players who've played the most minutes for us up until now are Gabi Magalhaes and David Raya. Now, look, David Raya, you can say he's played 1,350 minutes, but, you know, I could have done Raya's job for the amount he moves around. He's not getting injured. Then there's Declan Rice on 1,211, but that's about level with Diaz. And if Pep Guardiola's playing some players that much, Foden's played 1,100 minutes, about the same roughly as William Saliba. So players that are really good, you play them. It's a lot of stake. I think the higher up the league table you go, the more injuries you get. It's reflected in the league tables. The top teams for injuries are, by a distance, Tottenham with 12, and you can't blame pressing for that. They barely run around at all at Tottenham. And then Chelsea, Newcastle, us and Forest, all teams that are playing European games as well. I think if you're Man United, this is the season where you can really push to get into the Champions League because you're playing 1 game a week. Whatever team we put out this season, it's not going to lose. I love it. Boy Tendia always cheers me up wherever I see you because I'm totally there with you. Hype all the way. Let me rank our best defenders on ball according to each. Yes, please do that. Timber, Saliba, Mosquera, Miles Lewis-Skelly. Is that who you play? Interesting. I don't think it's going to be that. But I think, yeah. Well, no Calafiori because he's injured or no Calafiori because you don't rate him. No Hincapié for the same reason. You don't think Hincapié is ahead of Miles Lewis-Skelly in the pecking order? Is that Cole? Is that the team that you want to see or is that the team you will see? Please let me know. Alex around you. Welcome. Good to have you. Very good to have you. It's great to see new faces. So pleased you're here, by the way, guys. Thank you, Rosie. Seems like a wonderful community. It is. There is some banter. You will be mocked slightly, but you will be welcome here every Tuesday, every Friday, every Sunday, every time we're live. The reason we're the best defense in the league is because we have the best press in the league. It's our identity, and we don't. This is a fantastic comment. I'm putting a star in this one. This is so often overlooked when people look at a very individualistic attitude to football and forget that actually our first defender is Gyökeres when he's playing. That we win the ball back, like Declan Rice winning the ball back against Sunderland really high up the pitch. That's defending. I'm not saying that we won't miss Gabi, because I absolutely adore him. And I think had he not been injured for part of last season, he would have been our player of the season. Timber, we did without for an entire year. It's mad to think that we were able to survive as a team without Timber and his injury. Injuries happen. Kai Havertz going out, Gabi Jesus going out. They go out. Tierney, when he was first injured, and they go out, and then you start to see other players come through. It's the evolution of football. We're going to miss Gabi, no question about it. But you're absolutely right when you say that the reason we're the best defence in the league is because we have the best press, because we work as a team, because we try the hardest, we battle the hardest. Gary's back. He's back, and his curtains are.
Come on, Gary, show us your curtains. Said the bishop to the actress.
Joseph says, why we conceded against Sunderland is Marina can't press as well as Gyökeres or Havertz. Maybe there is something in that. That wasn't the impression I came away with. I think there were 2 blunders in that game. First of all, the referee blunder. Oh, totally forgot. Guess who's reffing the North London derby?
Yeah, I've heard it, Oliver.
Guess who's reffing the North London derby?
I don't know how to put this, but I'm kind of a big deal.
I love it.
Why?
I just realised that the comments covering up the humorous parts there. Fuckery this way. There you go. Why we considered... I'll take him down now. Sorry, don't want people not to be able to see you, Zanzi. Your beautiful face. Right, where are we at? Magalhaes has trying to score some scream of a volley for a while now. Is he? I don't remember that, but I'll take. Boy, you're not usually wrong. I hurt my back sneezing sometimes. Yeah, so I mean, that's why I don't play for. That's why I'm not playing for Brazil. And let's be honest, if I was Brazilian and I could play for Brazil, yeah, I'm playing for them. Enough said. They are the most iconic football team in the history of football. Look at this. Nkuli Soccer. It will be fascinating to see whether this team truly has a mental pedigree required to win the league. It will be. Absolutely brilliant comment. It will be. It is the endless fascination of professional sports to know if it's possible, to know if it can be done, to be achieved. It's like the start before the gun goes on the 100 meters in the Olympics, and you've got a Usain Bolt out there and you're thinking, can he do it? Will he do it? And you expect he will, but you don't know. And then he does it. Or disaster strikes, because even greats, even Muhammad Ali lost a fight, not 100% record is unusual. But we, by contrast, have 3 near misses, and I totally get it. I have huge amounts of respect and love for fans who are a little bit stressed and PTSD'd about us coming second again. I would hate that. It would be just dreadful. I think when people say, "Oh, would you sack Arteta if you come second?" There's a big part of me that goes, "Probably, yeah," because I don't want to see it happen again. But this is a fascinating. I'm not worried yet. Our best defenders on the ball: Calafiori, White, Saliba, Hincapié, Mosquera, Timber, Gabriel. This is my rankings. What, in that order? Wow. I think Timber's great on the ball. Is that in reverse order? Calafiori, White, Saliba, Hincapié, Mosquera, Timber. I like it. I have no opinion. I have no opinion. Everyone else can get involved. I'm not a tactical analyst. I don't know much, to be honest with you. Zandy, what do you think? Is that the right order?
I'm just sure. I probably wouldn't have had Saliba in there. I mean, Saliba's great, but and then Timber probably. I mean, if that was order, I'll probably have Timber further up.
I don't know if it's Joseph. Can you just tell us? Is that reverse order? Are you saying that Calafiori is the best on the ball or the worst? Looking at it the way you've written it, I would suggest it's probably that right order, because I don't think Gabriel's that great on the ball, is he? He's probably the worst on the ball, but you don't know what kind of presence he has apart from that. Tierney would still play for Scotland regardless of whether or not he was playing for Arsenal. You'd never have heard of him. Shut up. He's a Glasgow Celtic player. Mind you, they do always win the league, don't they, Rosie? So I suppose you would have heard of him. Welcome. Calafiori is our best defender on the ball. I will keep saying this. Calafiori is okay. Listen, I'm not disagreeing with you. I have no point in disagreeing with you. But I wouldn't have thought of it. Honestly, I wouldn't have necessarily thought of it. I like Tierney. Was sorry to see him leave Arsenal. We all did. He won a place in our affections. No question about that. He was an absolutely proper throwback footballer. He was like turning up to the training ground with a Tesco's bag with probably some sandwiches wrapped in silver paper, in silver foil, a can of iron brew, and then probably short sleeve shirt. Probably didn't even own normal clothes. Probably just, walked in his kit, went home, slept in his kit, came in and played his heart out.
His goal, was it West Bromwich Albion in the cup?
That's
in the
one.
snow.
In the snow, yeah.
And he came in, bearing in mind he's left-footed, and he right-footed curled into the back of the net.
It's not even that cool. Good, mate. Yeah, that's great. And he had the attitude, and he should have. I really wanted him to be captain. Things happen so quick in football. That's one of the other reasons I don't want to see them salary capped. I don't really want to restrict how much they can earn, because you never know when it's over. The Millet's in. Great to see the Millet with a new picture. Of it looks like, I don't want to say this, but is that a?
It's a chimpanzee
in a keeper's kit in a goal. Is that? Anyway, I wish they were bigger. Is there any way of making them bigger? Of those minutes, how many was the ball in play? What's that question? Of what minutes? Millet, just tell me what you're saying. Write the extra words. There's so many ways we could line up with Magalhaes out, White, Saliba, Timber, Calafiori. Totally. I think that's it. None of us know yet, but we will find out.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying now. Because what was that one game where they said there's in a full 90 minutes, there's probably 50-something minutes where the ball was actually in play.
For who?
I can't know for the whole game, but I can't remember which teams are playing.
Oh, right. They're what, in the Premier League?
In the Premier League, yeah.
Okay, so it was around the time when we were getting called Arteta's dark arts, and I think Everton. I can't remember either, but I do remember it came up a lot in conversation, because I was like, I could go back through the old videos, which everyone can do. The old Adam's Arms. If you want to go and see the amazing things you said that came true, I'd rest Calafiori, and I think Miles Lewis. Sorry, I missed one there. Right. So Charles saying 100%. Joseph Saliba is the mop-up defender. Gabi and subsequently Cala are the creative outlets of the defense. Cool. And Calafiori does have a bit about him, doesn't he? That goal, that offside goal. God damn it! Why do they have an offside rule if it's just going to ruin football? I think we've missed Havertz. Sorry, I think we've missed Havertz more than people are willing to admit. I'm admitting it. I really like Havertz. I don't get the Havertz haters. Rosie's just told me she wants to learn the Bristolian accent. Zanzi, come on, Gary, show us your curtains. I'd Cala at left, centre back with Saliba, Timber, and Miles Lewis-Skelly as fullbacks. Miles Lewis-Skelly will definitely be pumped for the end. That's a really good point, Charles. Thanks for raising that. Is he going to be too hyped? Is he too much of a red card risk? Is he going to be too easy? Are they going to try and wind him up? Do you want players who are North London ready? Do you want them to... I'm not saying Miles Lewis-Skelly is hot-headed or temperamental, but you know that he has had red cards. Some earned, some not. Some totally, totally bafflingly wrong. Yeah. That is the last time he reffed one of our games, The last time he refed one of our games was the Wolves game where he sent Miles Lewis-Skelly off, and it had to be rescinded. And they thought, well, we better, just to keep him away from the Arsenal for the sensitive matches. Oh, wait, hang on. There's a North London derby coming. Fucking ridiculous. I'm sorry. Like, that is just designed to wind us up. Excuse me. I'm not worried about Lewis Skelly's lack of minutes. He's still 18 years old in midfielder. I'm not worried either, Joseph. I'm really not. I'd love to have had as many minutes as him at the age of 18. Jason is a cundy. That's absolutely right. And he can't even sue you if you say that. If you get a T-shirt printed that says Jason is a cundy, he can't even sue you for that. The main reason Lewis Skelly doesn't start is because we're now a double pivot team with Rice and Zubi. Oh, I love it. And our left wing is not holding the touchline. Rice plays deeper this season. Good. Is that right? Can somebody who knows stuff about football? Because I love that. It feels intuitively right to me. I feel like you're onto something, but I can't claim to have noticed. I tell you what, though, I did notice Thomas Tuchel's playing Declan Rice basically as it felt like as a number 10. Tuchel qualified, 8 games played, 8 games won, no goals conceded. Maybe I was completely wrong about him. Timber, much better on the ball than Saliba. Yeah, I feel like that. So much better. So you just kind of make a case and then, I better write something else. I love it. Boy Tendio. And then something else. Arguably better than White, but people don't want to see that. I don't think people are saying a lot about White at the moment, and they should be. Don't sleep on White is a weird thing to say. I would change White for Timber in that order. Thank you, Clifford. Miss Melina, Queen of Arsenal. Check out her channel. Arsenal will prove the haters wrong. Yeah, absolutely. And do you know what? Haters got to hate. That's what I always say. And I was saying that once in a bath, and Taylor, my flatmate, yeah. Anyway, we will win our next 3 games. I hope so. Palmer has to play for England, so one of Jude, Rice, or Saka has to be on the bench. Yeah, Palmer. Yeah, I remember him. God, Zanzi, do you remember when Cole Palmer was really good?
Ooh, yeah. That was a long, long time ago, though.
It's good being old, isn't it? You can just remember. I'm assuming he's talking about Carlton Palmer. 3 huge games before 3 more really huge games. 21 watching, 13 likes. Smash the like button, people, or Zanti will kick the fuck out of you. Just to be clear, no, he won't. He won't. Will you? You won't. Do you know what? I do get like envy though when I see other channels get like 50 likes. You know, I see when Luca Talks Bollocks goes live and he's got more likes than viewers. I always think, well, that'd be nice. That'd be great. But if you don't like it, don't like it. But if you're enjoying yourself, I tell you what, smash a like if you like the chat, because that's why everyone comes here, Zanzi, isn't it? They come for the chat. I have to say, we have got the best comments page in the business.
Oh, better still, smash a like if you want to see me or come round and do what that says there.
It's never happening. Right. But yeah, smash like for each other. Do you know what? It's been great. We've got new people in today. We've got new subscribers. We're inching towards that 2,000 mark. Nothing sensational will happen when we hit 2,000, but it is a place that I want you all to feel welcome and to enjoy. And if you do enjoy it, then click a like, and then more people will come, and we might enjoy it more. And then too many people come, and all the regulars will start complaining. There's too many people now, and then I'll have to close the doors and make it members only, and then it'll just be me again.
You know, we were talking about, or what Maltalicky said, how many minutes have they played though in real time? Yeah. Currently this season, Aston Villa Bournemouth was 45 minutes and 48 seconds of in-game play time.
That's probably a lot as well, wasn't it?
Newcastle Liverpool was 45 minutes and 55 seconds. So
I have a feeling Newcastle were guilty party last time as well, you know. I'm pretty sure Newcastle... Do you know, it's like that thing about the throw-ins. I felt really bad. We're getting all the credit for throw-ins. We're only like 10th for throw-ins, for long throws.
I know.
People want to give us credit. Huh?
It's disgraceful.
I know. We're relishing it, aren't we? We're lapping it up. More League Texas. it's the players who are not the stars who step in, like Wankwu Kanu for the Invincibles. Hey, Pascal Sigan. No one ever talks about the fact he played like 10 games in the Invincibles. Pascal Sigan. Like when you're talking about Invincibles, it's always about Bergkamp, Henry. Yeah, but no one ever goes Pascal. You know, like I'm not, by the way, saying that they should, but it's a squad game. It is a squad game. Rosie will be back in a bit. She's gone for a job. Thank you. That's just enough detail. I don't want any more. Old man Kanu. Yeah, I know, right? Rice is also a big problem when he's. What is he even good at? Exactly. What's he even good at? Fucking hell. Yeah. Free kicks. Football. Winding up Chelsea fans. What more do you want, man? Just because he doesn't want to play for you doesn't mean you have to get personal. Stop getting put out by people who don't want to play for you. There's an increasingly long list of people who don't want to come and play for you. It's all right. You're basically a two-bob team that got rich. You're like the hillbillies, the Beverly Hillbillies of football. You know, suddenly a bunch of far-right extremists got a Russian oligarch to dump money on them. And they're like, we'll have everyone. And then the Russian oligarch was like, I've got to go now. And some American venture capitalists bought it and were like, why don't you play 11 players up front? I don't really get football. And then, you know, the next thing you know, you're Chelsea again. And everyone forgets you even exist. Lost at home to Sunderland. Don't worry about it. It won't be the last time. So what does he offer? He offers me the opportunity to enjoy watching football. I love watching Declan Rice, as do people who enjoy football. If Chelsea fans don't, I think it's because they're salty and bitter. But no, I don't really care if you think your players are better than ours. Hello, you guys. Box Fresh, always great to see you. Always great to see you indeed. Has anyone done a Fever Pitch live stream watch along yet? Oh, brilliant idea. What do you mean, like we put it on and just comment over it? I really like. Do you know what, Jose? Like that's a really good idea. I've never thought of. It's always watch-alongs of football, isn't it? Why? You could do a lot. You could do a watch-along for documentaries. The Arsene Wenger documentary. I really love it. Amy Lawrence's 89. I just love that idea. Maybe we'll do that. Can anyone let me know why that's not a fantastic idea? I think you've absolutely smashed that, by the way.
Would you be able to do it with monetary problems?
Well, it's no
royalties.
We wouldn't show it. I don't think he's saying show it. I think we watch it and then comment on it like we're watching it. You know, we do that. Both put it on. You got to put it on yourself. It's, you know, it's available. I've owned that. I've watched that film so many times. Mm-hmm. I absolutely love it. I'm surprised no one's. I think you're really onto something, Jose. Like, tell me why that's. Someone explain to me why that's not a good idea. Off straight out of the bat, I think that's suddenly a really good idea because watch-alongs of football, fair enough. You know, does anyone do watch-alongs of films? I think it's a really great idea. Let's get some sandwiches, let's get popcorn, beers if you want them, and everyone put the video on. If you can't afford to put the video on, you can listen to me telling you what happens in the film. But I'm not joking. I think that's a really good idea. Been a while since I've managed to catch a stream. Missed you, Zanzi. Not sure about Dan. No, well, no one is. No one is. Is Zanzi on a witness protection program? Yeah. He is, yeah. It's you know.
It is what it is, eh?
Very good question. He's doing it for your benefit more, Licky. Don't tease him out of retirement. I think it was a rom-com quiz that have people flocking in. It fucking wasn't. Rosie, we did that stream for you. There was not a stampede for that rom-com. That was just to recap. We did a rom-com on Sunday to celebrate Rosie's birthday. Guess who won? A quiz about rom-coms. Even Rosie didn't get that most of the questions right. Another suggestion is Palmer over Saka at right wing. Yes, absolutely. Yeah, Saka's rubbish. Strange how Saka has so many more man of the match performances than Cole Palmer playing for England, isn't it? It's weird, though. Oh, well, you know, we'll keep trying to shoehorn Chelsea players in if you want. What are you trying to do? Get some money back on them or something? Take them down Wembley Market. How much did you get back for Mykhailo Mudryk?
Oh, you frozen.
I still frozen?
Yes, you are. No, you're not now.
I was just saying to Bobby, who's desperately trying to hype up players as like he's selling them. Are you an agent? Are you Cole Palmer's agent? Are you trying to get him a move to Arsenal? We don't want him. Sorry, no. I just don't want him. I'm sure he's a great player for Chelsea and everything, but injury prone. And also, definitely, I don't want Saka playing for England anymore to the World Cup. So why doesn't Cole Palmer play all the meaningless friendlies till then? Rosie's wrong. Box Fresh, brother from another mother. How are you? People think that to win the league, we are meant to have perfect fitness on our best players. Just bizarre. No, I said it right at the top. I said it right at the top, and I meant it. I don't mean it. I don't say it. Go and look up 91 Tony Adams, fairly important centre-back for Arsenal in 1991. Many of you will know him as Tony Adams, captain, fantastic, captain Arsenal, the best Arsenal captain of all time. And he was in prison for 3 months. So at least Gabriel's not in prison, because with an injury, you can come back sooner. When you're in prison, you get 3 months. Tony Adams did his 3 months. So, look, it's not the worst injury I've ever seen. As Arsenal fans, what about Santi Cazorla? What about Eduardo? Well, some of these injuries are just horrible. Jack Wilshere's injury. People want to talk about us. People want to blame Arteta for injuries. They go, well, I'm not blaming him for any of those injuries.
Abu Diaby. Oh. That was the sad thing that was.
That was awful. Because he did. I know everyone says it, but he could have been the next Vieira.
I honestly used to watch Abu when he was playing football, and I said to my mate, I said, it's like Vieira 2.0. Same sort of build, same did his little wriggles and zoomed off down the pitch, and you're thinking that is Vieira.
It does remind you just how fragile a footballer's career is. And Manninger for the 98 double team too. Yeah, he played. He didn't concede a goal, did he? It was 10 games where Austria erit in orbe ultima, my friend. Manninger for the 98 double team too. And also think about the players we were missing in big games, like the 94, last time we won European silverware. I hope it's not the last time we won
remember, we had to actually write to the FA to say, can Manninger have a medal as well, even though he hasn't played the amount.
No, I don't think that's true for Manninger. We did 10 games. We did that for Keown.
We did it for Alex Manninger because he didn't play enough games.
He played 10.
I know, but it's 15 or something like that you needed then.
Oh, well, I'd have to look that up. I know that when Martin Keown in the Invincible season, there was a fantastic story of him having to play one more game, and Arsene Wenger's like, he's like, can I get on a game? I think it was Leicester. Can I get on? And Arsene's like totally oblivious to the fact he needs to play the game. And then I think Ray Parler or one of them starts winding him up by coming out and getting changed. And he says to Keown, the manager, Keown's like, "What? I've got to play." And he's like, "Only joking. You are going on." But listen, I'd say this about Harriman and Noose. Whether you play 1 minute, how many of us in this chat what would you give to have just that 1 minute with the jersey on, go out and play? Play in front of the Emirates faithful, play for the Arsenal with the cannon on your badge. Yeah, love it. But I think there should be everyone in the squad gets a medal. If the team, that's the 25-man squad, they get a medal. They're in it. They're playing a part. I don't see a first team. I don't see anyone winning the Premier League with just 11 or 12 players anymore. It's not going to happen. Someone called Bobby Cab. He's had a few too many. He's babbling. He's Chelsea. They've got nothing. This is a good one, though. Arteta is a loser. Imagine going to the trouble. Imagine going to that amount of trouble. Just like, what happened? Did he not sign an autograph for you, something? Or a documentary about Arteta's trophies? Oh, it's like, like you come up with like a name like that, and you come with, I'll come in there and laugh at this. And go, I'm not trying to be rude. Yeah, I'll tell you what I'll do. That's such a funny joke. That's so funny. Here we go. This is for you, you funny man. I'm assuming you're a man. Why am I assuming that? Documentary about Arteta's trophies. What a very good idea. Unai Emery, obviously doing much better at Villa now. Jose, brilliant idea. I think, Rosie, I think we could do it with rom-coms as well, by the way. Palmer, no, Carlton Palmer. It's not the fags, it's the shitness. That's a t-shirt. How does Saka have more games played than Palmer? Saka's been injured. I think Palmer's emigrated. Is Palmer doing something else now? Is he done a bank? Is he inside? What's going on with Cole Palmer? I haven't seen him in ages. I got two wrong that were about Jerry Maguire. Give me a break. I can't give you a break. You don't give me a break. Tom Cruise is shite. Palmer, I don't know why you went Geordie there.
Oh, did you see?
One season. That's amazing. That's really good. I tell you what, if you are Cole Palmer's agent, I will have a whip round if you want. Man City rejects do make money on the open market. Sorry, Zandy, you were saying something?
Yeah, what Rosie just said about Tom Cruise being not very nice. Did you hear about him now? His girlfriend is now, was it 25 years younger than him? A split from Tom Cruise when he showed her the prenuptial agreement. 25 pages long.
Yeah, but it would be. He's got a lot of money, isn't it?
Well, no, it had everything about it. It had, if they have kids and they split up, he's going to look after the kids, do everything for the kids. If she talks to anyone about their marriage, it's going to cost her like $3 million. And there's a whole host of other things. And everyone in the comments is saying she dodged the bullet.
Yeah, I mean, in one level, but you know, Tom Cruise, isn't he the one who was in Top Gun?
Yeah, Top Gun.
Yeah, I liked him. He's all right. Rosie, you leave Tom Cruise alone, says Chris Nix. How are you feeling today, Chris? How's life? Great to see you. Where's the hello lovelies? I missed that. Did you do it and I missed it? I hate missing that. So if it's my fault, my bad. Do it again. Tom's best role was in Tropic Thunder. Yeah, I think that's probably true. He was good. That is funny. He is mega pish. Not only is he creepy, he can't act. That's fine. How have we gotten on to Tom Cruise? I want to hear more from Arteta as a loser. I would be watching that thinking, if I was, do you know what? Like, it seems like such a jump on the bandwagon name, that, doesn't it? Arteta's a loser, and he hasn't got any trophies. It's like, all right, fine.
Do you reckon Arteta's watching this channel saying, "Oh look, someone's called himself Arteta's a loser," and he's cuddling his wife at the moment?
I think if you're talking about the manager of Arsenal Football Club, which is probably the most prestigious footballing job you could have. If you're talking about the guy who earns £10 million a year plus $5 million in bonuses, has a beautiful family, and I don't think he would be overly bothered by the teenager in his bedroom, you know, pretending to be asleep so his mum doesn't tell him off. Who's gone to the trouble of creating a name Arteta is a loser? Because that's not a grown man, is it? Like, be honest. No. That is not the action of a grown man. You can absolutely think Arteta is a loser. That's fine. But to call yourself that, to define yourself as that, to say all I am is basically a vehicle for saying what like thousands of other people have already said. At least Lee Gunner calls himself Lee Gunner. I might not agree with what he says, but he's not, my name's Arteta is a loser and I'm irrelevant. Yeah, it's just so deeply tragic. But hey, I'm not having... Thanks for being here and welcome to the stream.
Like and subscribe.
Yeah, do not. Arteta is a loser. Really don't subscribe here. I mean, you can if you want to. I'm certainly not going to boot you out. Rosie might, but you've been very respectful. You haven't said anything wrong, so you're more than welcome here. But I wouldn't bother subscribe. I don't think we're your type of people, mate. Catalan094, Arteta gets blamed for everything. Now that does hold a shred of truth to that, doesn't it, Catalan? I agree with you. I think it's funny. I have stopped watching so much of the Gluminati because it is just like, as soon as I heard Gabriel Magalhaes was injured, I was like, Don't have to be a psychic to work out that there's people who go, he should never have played him. It's like, well, he's a footballer. What do you want him to do with him? He's not going to have him doing the plastering, is he? Fuck's sake. He's not going to be down with Anthony laying some fucking foundations, is he? Tom Cruise only did 2 good films, Interview with Vampire and Collateral. No, he's done Taps is a good film. Rumblefish, The Outsiders is a good film. Jerry Maguire's a good film. Rain Man is a good film. You can't say he hasn't done good films. He's box office. He's done good films. People hate the manager for everything, are disingenuous and not real. I'm not the man's biggest fan, but I'm not going to go ahead and blame this man for everything like a fool. Yeah, and also, Jose, I know we've disagreed on whether he should get sacked or not, and I'm very much on the fence, as you know, but at least you haven't changed your name to, I don't like Arteta. That's such a juvenile thing to do. But do like and subscribe. What subject is the next quiz? Millet. I don't know. Could it be an Arsenal quiz? Would anyone go for that? What about my idea of doing Gooniversity Challenge?
I know what it's not going to be.
It's definitely not going to be rom-coms. Not for another year. Not for another year, I can tell you that. Yay, I'm not a number anymore. The Millet! Get in! That's better. Hey. I'm not a number. I'm a free man. Brilliant. Brilliant. Well, you'll always be the Millet to us.
I'm just. Is that supposed to be Arteta leaning against the goalpost when he's?
I don't know. I'd have to really. I mean, my eyes aren't anywhere near. Let's have a look. Fucking increase this. Increase that. No, it's just a chimpanzee.
Yeah, I know, but maybe it's supposed to be Arteta. I've forgotten his name now.
David Raya.
Yeah, David Raya leaning against the goalpost, thinking, "Well, fuck all to do here."
Well, yeah, I mean, he might as well. He's put him in as a replacement. Look at this, Carl Sidebottom. This is when people come up with jokes, and this, Carl, what you're doing is admirable. Welcome to the show. Is you're showing that it's not easy to be funny, because is Arteta's hair 3D printed? Might have felt like it was going to make people. Can I just check? I'm not speaking out of turn, Zanzi. I noticed you didn't erupt in laughter. I didn't necessarily find it funny. I couldn't give a shit about Arteta's hair. Why do so many people
I know it's not true because I'm going a bit bald on top now. Well, considerably bald on top. And Arteta actually came up to me and says, Zanzi, he says, you've got brilliant head of hair. Yeah. Can I transfer some of yours onto my head? So I said, yeah, no problem at all. Yeah.
He's been going around scooping up hair of Arsenal fans. That makes sense and makes a lot of sense. And it's probably libelous. So, you know, I look forward to your day in court with you. Arteta's hair is 3D printed. All of the people who go around saying Arteta sexuals and all of this stuff, and you just go, can we get over it? Like, you either like him or you don't like him, but like, that's not a good insult, saying someone's hair is 3D printed. Like, I mean, he's not going, ow, why would you say that? Like, at least be funny. Just please be funny. Do it. Have another go. Carl, here you are. Here's your forum. Say anything else that might make someone laugh. And also, can you let me know in the comments if you did laugh at that? And I'm really sorry. If there are people out there that find that funny, then it's worth putting out there. Arteta is living rent-free in so many people's heads. It's kind of crazy. It must be weird, isn't it? Like, all these people who just make their life about not liking him. What an original screen game. Lol, fucking cornballs online. I know, they're all over the place. I blocked him earlier. Where did you block him from? Whatever club you support that isn't Arsenal, understand it's not worth the energy to even discuss or think about your club in my spare time. You are fugazi. Yeah. Do you know what? It is weird. I like it when the Chelsea fans come in here and try and give it the whole, we're better than you. All right. Well done. You are the best team in the world. I mean, it is strange to me that you're not in the title race, but, you know, 2 national team managers have picked Saka ahead of Palmer. It's all well and good having a good season, but are you consistent? We did this with Foden. You know, year after year. Is Foden all better than Saka? Saka couldn't lace Foden's boots. All right, then that's great. You keep Foden. We'll keep Saka. No one's offering a swap anyway. Jose says there's people out there blaming the manager for failed marriages and poor upbringings. You see, Carl, that's how you do it. You know, like, if you can be funny or you can not be funny. You've chosen not be funny. That's okay too. You know,
I'm blaming Arteta for global warming.
He's admitted that. He said, "I'm sorry about global warming, but I'll do anything to win a league." I thought you were going to say they split because he showed her one of his movies. There is some good news. Tell me you don't like Rain Man. For fuck's sake, everyone likes Rain Man. There's a couple of others as well. I don't have this much hate in me. Rosie just doesn't.
I think that's funny, that is.
See, look, Carl, this is how it's done. People are making other people laugh as opposed to just going, oh, God, another one of them. You know, like, be that or be that. You know, that was Ana de Armas, Dumping Cruise. Good lass. Aha. Tom Cruise was great in Edge of Tomorrow and War of the Worlds. Oof. I can't remember. I think I saw Edge of Tomorrow and wasn't mad about it, but it's the deja vu one, isn't it? And War of the Worlds is not good. It's near good, that film. I don't actually, he's all right in it. Daniela Bata-Bogdanov. The point is Arsenal are losers, not Arteta. Okay. That's an interesting point of view. Thank you for sharing that with us. Obviously, I disagree. But who knew that would be the case, given that you've come to an Arsenal-themed pub and just stood there and gone, Arsenal are losers. That's brilliant. Okay, but it's my team, so I'm going to support them. That's okay. The Last Samurai was actually quite good. I don't mind that. Bobby, first warning, mate. Oh, why? What's he done now? All right. Arsenal fans should accept the truth. Is okay admitting one is better. That's all right. Did you block a comment that he made? Because could we see a comment if it gets blocked? Because I wouldn't bother him for that. Bobby's entitled to think Arsenal fans should accept the truth. The truth, obviously, shall set you free, Bobby. One of these days, probably many years from now, when you've left school, you'll go, God, I said some stupid things as a young man. I can't take them back. But they forged me into the character I am. The adversity of constantly being around people who look down on me and think I'm a bit of a div has made me stronger. And so you should come in here with your lowercase name and give it lowercase opinions. It's fine. Don't block him.
This is the problem, though, with people, especially young boys who haven't had reached puberty yet.
Yeah, but it is difficult. It's not easy.
Yeah.
It's a tough thing he's going through. He's looking for his tribe. He's looking to fit in somewhere, and he's hoping it'll be here. And all constantly trying to goad people. Listen, Bobby, I'm not trying to be horrible, but your game is weak.
Mum, I found a hair down here.
That's mine. Okay, I made myself laugh. I forgive myself. Oh, Bobby, I will remove any negative comments baiting Arsenal fans. Listen, I think, can we have some freedom of speech? Let him continue to do it. It's how you learn, how you grow, and how you get funny. Like he's trying to be funny, and it hasn't worked yet. But, you know, kids still go. Arteta plays clips of Shane Gooner to his friends and family during cocktail hour long. Oh my God, you know what, like there's a great series, What We Did in the Shadows. It started off in New Zealand. It's about vampires. I love it. It's really funny. It's gone off the boil a bit, but it's really funny. And there's one guy, Colin, the energy vampire, and he just walks in a room and it basically goes grey. And I always think of Shane Gooner when I think of that. I just think like he could literally he could be walking down the Rio Carnival and everybody starts like feeling miserable and stops dancing and goes, oh, come on, just have a lie down. You know, it's like, everything that happens in the world, you know, you wake up tomorrow and France has invaded Poland and he'll be like, this is Arteta. This is what he does. This is the kind of madman that he is. Fair enough.
Oh, I'm just picturing that all these bands.
Yeah.
I can't play my trumpet anymore.
I just don't want to. I just don't like it. It's really funny. Like Jose posted the clip of him celebrating Ireland's goal, and obviously I'm always glad to see Ireland do well. But he's going crazy. He was celebrating there through. And I was thinking that is over celebration. Where are the standards? You know, like Ireland have never won anything. It's because fans like him don't raise the standards. They should be winning the World Cup, not qualifying for it. You don't get anything for qualifying. It's such a load of shit. It does betrays one load of shit, doesn't it? When you say, I'm an Arsenal fan, we need to win silverware every season. I'm an Ireland fan. It's just nice to be part of it. You know, fucking idiot. Chelsea fans admit to fraudulent accounting and use of offshore accounts in order to financially dope their football club, and they think they have to respect their stolen valour. Yeah, give the trophies back. except the World Club Cup. You should have to keep that. You should have to celebrate that. You should have to show that off. That should be the only thing in the trophy cabinet. You should have to come around and go, yeah, I've won that as well. We're the best team in the world. I don't know why we can't beat Sunderland at home, but we're technically the best side in the world. Whatever. Piss off with your fake club and your fake trophies. Harsh, but ultimately fair. Vanilla Sky is good too. I'm not sure, I miss the old Chimp Tea adverts. Yeah, they don't do them anymore, do they? 19 likes, 22 watching. We are climbing up the like ladder. Climbing up the like ladder. I think Arteta's rather stunning wife might disagree. Do you think that's part of why they hate? I think part of the hate for Arteta is if he looked like Ian Dowie, he probably wouldn't attract so much hate. But there's these guys that just look at him and go, why has he got everything? I want what he's got. And then they just can't stand him. And I think I don't have an issue with Arteta one way or the other. We've talked about this so many times. When we hired him, I was like, oh, not him. Not him. What's he? I didn't rate him as a captain. He wasn't like, he's definitely not an Arsenal legend. I remember when he took over and there's like Ozil and, Mustafi and all these World Cup winners, people who've played. He's never played for his country. And I thought, can't we as a club do better than Arteta? But where we are now, we're on the precipice of something. If he doesn't win, I could change my mind. But right now, why would you your team's top of the league? Which other fan base has ever had this many mental midgets to endure? We're top of the league, 4 points clear of Man City, ahead of Liverpool by a distance, and they've just spent £500 million on the world's elite players, won the championship, won the Premier League last season by 10 points. We're ahead of all of them, but you want to talk about how Arteta's a dummy. All right. Good for you, man. No, he's not been blocked at all. Good. Please don't block anyone until if they insult any one of you in the chat, then you know what to do, Rosie. But young people come in here, and I want them to see. Listen, if Bobby had walked into the Gunners with a Chelsea shirt on and started saying all that, his life would have been different. Here though, we can all be gentle and kind to each other, and basically the reality does hit for all these young guys that when they come in and try and bait us, it's like, I don't give a shit what you think just because you took the time to set up an account that says Arteta. Anyway, Colin Robinson. That's it. Is that it? Colin Robinson. Do you watch that show as well? I used to absolutely adore that show, but it's like the energy vampire. He's like, just wherever he goes, everything's. I always see it because Shane is so grey. He is so grey, and you just think, like, what's he like at the breakfast table with his family? Goes, oh, do you want eggs? Yeah, I want eggs. Arteta's ruined the Irish breakfast. Anyway, I'm getting
what vampire show is that?
It's What We Do in the Shadows.
Oh, yeah.
It started off in New Zealand. It was very, very funny. They made with my... everyone says I'm like Matt Berry because I go, marketing. I do Matt Berry voices a lot. And people always go, you like Matt? But he's younger than me. So he's nicked me, basically. Hello, marketing. So, but Matt Berry is one of the vampires. And this, they have this Colin, I think he's right. I think it's Colin Robinson, just the energy vampire. Not only will Guna blame Arteta for everything, he says it twice. Yeah. 3 times. Have you noticed how many YouTubers will say the same things 3 times? It's so tedious. Ireland should disband their football team, never going to win a trophy. Exactly. What's the point? I mean, how can they live with themselves? It's disgraceful. Off-piece, but I found Brad Williams stand up early the other day. Recommend looking him up. So funny, midget comedian. Now that rings a bell. I have seen him. Yeah, I've seen him. I do remember finding him very funny. We signed Gyökeres, who can't trap a ball. But we knew what we were getting, guys. And there's no point in me going on about it because I said I didn't think he had techers, and then everyone else said he's a bags man, and here we are. We've got him. Be happy. Don't worry, Zanzi.
I'm not.
Be happy.
I am.
We'll cry somewhere else, buddy. Else back with stats. This is not the forum, Gluminati. Gluminati wanted Gyok. They can't complain about him. They don't know what the fuck they want, do they? They don't know what the fuck they want. Do they want us to be successful? But then I'm going to say this, right? Most of these Gluminati, most of these pages, most of these really angry, vitriolic people, they're a tiny percentage of our fan base. They're a tiny percentage of the world. They're raging they're howling at the moon. They're angry about things. They're angry about things they don't even understand. And, you know, they got this feeling, and they rise up like mushrooms in the moist land of, you know, the dark place that was coming second 3 times. And oh, well, this is fertile for me. Everyone's in a bad mood. I'll just say loads of neggy things, and I'll be negative. And every time that I can, I'll bitch and slag someone off, and then I'll be really popular. And there is a mood that people obviously like to be in when they go and watch people like that. And it's just not me. I don't care. If you're in a bad mood, don't share it. If you're pissed off about something, deal with it. If it's something all of this shit about how it's my fault that Arsenal haven't won the title in 22 years because of my standards, it's just silly. It's just a way to blame fans for how you're feeling. And if me coming out, as he's criticised me for it before, me coming out and saying, I will still support Arsenal win or lose, it's not important to me. What's important is I'm an Arsenal fan. I'd love us to win the Premier League. Of course I would. I've booked my hotel for the parade. I'm staying. I'm going. Doesn't know yet. I'm staying with my brother because I can't wait to celebrate winning the Premier League. I wish it hadn't been 22 years, but I feel like people have tried very hard and it just hasn't been successful. I don't hate them for that, but hey, everyone's entitled to their opinion. Gyökeres, Shokeres. I don't think he's that bad. They are locked in and they blame Arteta for all his shortcomings, as though there's people saying as well, even if he wins the Premier League, I still want him gone. You go, what if he wins the Premier League and the Champions League? Yeah, well, maybe I'll give him an extra season. Oh, I'm sure he'll be delighted to hear that. I'll make him rest easy. Oh, you know, if Shane Gooner says, if I win the league, I can stay an extra year, like it's got anything to do with Shane Gooner. He's going to be fine, though. Sure, people can be funny. I've heard it all now. Oh, Rosie, how tall are you? We know short people can be funny. Gliminati wanted Šeško. No, they didn't. Gliminati wanted Gyökeres. They were angry with people like me for being so stupid that I'd want Benjamin Šeško. And I did. But then it's different for me because Benjamin Šeško was a Salzburg player. And I really like him. I think he's really good. Don't get me wrong. I think he's made the misstep of going to Man United. And also, I think character's important. I've seen him do lots of interviews in German. I've seen him do lots of interviews. I really like him. But the way that he acted around us, I wasn't a fan at all. So I think we got the right guy.
Yeah, especially the way Gyökeres acted when he was coming. Yeah. I thought that was brilliant. What shirt are you going to wear? 14. Would you rather score a late winner or a hat-trick? Hat-trick.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Yeah, I mean, I love the way he throws himself around. You know, it was a really good point made earlier. And I've forgotten which one of you geniuses made it, because the problem is there's so many people in the chat that say so many intelligent things. I sometimes forget which of you said it. Please let me know in the comments. But yeah, like, we defend from the front. His attitude, his application, his work rate is perfect for me. I love it. He's not the most gifted forward, but then I don't think that you have to be always. I liked Emil Heskey and he wasn't. I think if your attitude's good and you're physically strong, he will adapt to the Premier League. I don't think he's ever going to score 50 goals in 50 games like he did in Portugal. But then I think a big part of that is because Portugal's not like the Premier League. There you go. I've said it. Take that to the bank. The disrespect the fan base gives a new signing in his 5th month is amazing. Some people are chorus for give Wirtz and Isak time, please. Same chorus. Yeah, I think anyone who honestly thinks Alexander Isak and Florian Wirtz aren't going to work out at Liverpool is a little bit too quick to judge. Let's face it, they'll both be there long after, even if Arne Slot gets sacked. And there are people talking about that as well. This is a funny world. I think I take solace from the fact that whenever I meet real fans, they don't talk as much shit as the people you see who have YouTube channels. And I say that as a person who has a YouTube channel. I'm not trying to talk shit, but I'm sure there's a lot of people out there that will tell you I am talking shit. And I'm not saying they're wrong. I'm just saying opinions are opinions, aren't they? Everyone's entitled to them. Bobby Aziems, Eze, Gyökeres, Sakurai, Zubimendi are all bang average. I disagree. I think Eze was the best player in the Premier League from January to the end of the season last season. I think Gyökeres has broken records in his previous club. Bukayo Saka has already played, already 100 goal contributions for Arsenal. It's not bad. Declan Rice, I think if he's bang average, he'd probably get into all. I think he'd get into most. I think he'd get into almost every team in the league, which by definition is not bang average. Bobby, you're entitled to your opinion. You're entitled to smoke crack. You're entitled to do the two together. But I'm not there with you. Sorry, sir. I wanted Sesko, man. Still heartbroken. I wouldn't be. I think what Zanzi said just then, I think you have to judge people by more than just their, the stats that you'd get on Football Manager. When it comes to personality, we've got the right guy, I think.
Yeah, I mean, I'm with Joe just there. I like you, wanted Sesko to come, but when Gyökeres came, I thought, okay, right, he's our man.
It's a really new thing for me. Like I've been a fan. You've been a fan longer, Zandy, but I've been a fan since 1983, and I can honestly say that it's only in the last 3-4 years where I've ever seen people hating on their own players the way that people do nowadays. Hating Kai Havertz. For me, if they've got the Arsenal shirt on, they're one of mine. I'll cheer him. I want to see maximum effort. I don't see people criticising Kai Havertz for not giving enough energy or not putting enough effort in. And so why are they criticising? I'm not good enough. Well, however good he is, isn't his problem, is it? He's doing his best. Are there players I'd rather have than Gyökeres? Yeah, but he's got the shirt on now, so he's one of mine. I'll stick by him. That's what being a fan used to be, I think.
The classic to that is when Winterburn signed from
Wimbledon.
Yeah. People are saying, why have we got someone from Wimbledon playing?
Lee Dixon. Tell me you'd heard of Lee Dixon from Stoke. Come on, Steve Bold.
Yeah, Lee Dixon.
I was angry when we signed Dave Seaman. To tell you the truth, I thought, what the fuck have we signed him for? Don't need him. We've got John Lukic. Yeah. Like, the point is, Ian Selly. Like, I remember when he was coming through, I really wanted him to do well. It didn't work out for him, but he put the Arsenal shirt on. That we had players like David Hillier who weren't, gifted technically. Perry Groves is still one of my favourite. I don't know why I said that. Perry Groves is basically amazing in every respect. I'd love to get him on the show. Perry, if you're watching, I'm your number one fan. I live in a Perry Groves world. But I love him for the energy. I love him for the passion. I love him for basically representing the badge with all he's got. And nowadays, it's like, I don't like him. I want to sign a petition. Fuck off. Solar theme, but a movie reviewer was talking about how the internet doesn't reward nuance. It's all about extremes. Everything is either great or rubbish. There's no room for nuanced opinion. Yeah, that is absolutely true. It's absolutely true because it's a medium and it's changing. Like, get used to this. All of us creators are noticing it. That the change on YouTube is really fascinating from a point of view of audience retention, things like that. Bigger companies are coming in, more bingeable programming, and more people are watching it on their television. So there's a reclining factor when you watch things on television. You want things at a slower pace. I love YouTube, but I find it frustrating when you find a subject that you really like, might be a documentary, and you start watching it, and it's one of those AI slop ones, and you just think, oh, what's the point in this? There is some great content on YouTube, but up until quite recently, no one's really been trying to produce quality content. There isn't somebody making Sopranos for YouTube like they did for HBO, but they will start doing it from here because YouTube has now taken over Netflix, or not taken over, but it's overtaken Netflix. You're going to start seeing really, really good content. Meantime, there's still a lot of people just turning the camera on like me and going, oh, I think this, oh, I think that. And like that, the time is coming for that. Like community, one of the best things about YouTube for me is not me sitting up here or Zanzi sitting up here. It's you guys in the comments. That's what I come back for. Like, I'm not here to hear me talk. I'm here because you guys in the comments make me think about things in a different way. That is nuanced. That is subtle. And then there's Bobby.
Yeah.
which is like he's basically the sledgehammer, right? Majority of your players won't start for mid-table sides. Okay, I believe you believe that, but I also believe that you're probably some of your eyes are probably heavy now, aren't they? They're probably closing, and you've probably got maths tomorrow, and you should really get some sleep because I don't think you're going to make it as a footballer, and I think you might need GCSEs. I don't know, but I'm guessing from the way you write that you might need them quite badly, and like just everyone calm down on Bobby. But Bobby,
Dan, I'm going to test you now on what
you have been all day.
Yes, this is a real test. All you have to do is just say yes or no. Would Raya get into any other side?
I can't see how he would. To be honest with you, shit. He doesn't do anything, mate. Bang average.
No, that's true.
Not even average. He's bang poor.
What about Calafiori?
Who?
Calafiori.
Rubbish, mate. Absolutely rubbish. Runs around like a headless chicken.
Gabriel Magalhaes.
Don't want him. He wouldn't. Chelsea have got 2 defenders better than him.
Yeah.
3 probably.
William Saliba.
He's a kid, isn't he? Doesn't know anything. Doesn't do anything. Hardly ever does anything. All he does is stand about. Don't need him. Rubbish.
What about Durin Timber?
He's all right. He'd probably play for West Ham. I think he could get into the Forest team, maybe.
Don't know. Zubimendi.
Garbage. Don't know why we signed him. Just because Real Madrid wanted him and Liverpool fans were crying they didn't get him. They got a lucky break, if you ask me. He's weighed in with more goals per game than Thomas Partey did in that position, and he doesn't give the ball away. Yeah, but no, bang average. Give me a good. I'll tell you who's better than. I think most midfielders are better than him.
Declan
Rice. He's all right. But I think he's overshooting. I think he should be back at West Ham.
Yeah. Odegaard.
Yeah, rubbish, mate. Right, he cares too much about his hairstyle.
Yeah.
Odegaard, all he ever seems to be able to do is, lace an entire creative attack together with vision and mental dexterity. I mean,
What about the is that young kid who plays on the right wing for us? No, on the right wing.
But the star boy, the most overrated player ever. Give me a good. Give me Cole Palmer. Because he's had one good season.
Oh yeah, and Phil Foden when he puts an England shirt on, he's absolutely fucking brilliant, isn't he?
Absolutely well
he
class.
Is.
Bobby, it's time to sleep. Or maybe the problem is you're already asleep and you're typing and your eyes are closing. Those fans are shit. They badmouth their mothers for money. The Gruner. Yes. Bobby, then Arteta must be a genius manager. That's a fucking brilliant point. Do you know what? Like, I'm glad you said that because I forgot to say, yes, massive star for that. Basically, all our players are shit. We are top of the league by 4 points. We've not finished below second, and Chelsea have. We made the semi-finals of the Champions League. The quarterfinals and the semi-finals, the only 2 seasons we've qualified for it under this manager. How good must Mikel Arteta be to be fucking top of the league with just such bang average players?
That's amazing.
Oh, imagine if we had Maresca, we'd probably be relegated. Well said. Poitendio, absolute ledge. Fix your logics. You know how dumb that shit is you just typed. This modern fan has been programmed by the internet and social media, completely out of touch. Do you think he might be a bot? It might be ChatGPT getting its own back on me for all the shit I've made it do. Bucketheads on YouTube is a great Star Wars series about stormtroopers worth looking up if you like Star Wars. Who doesn't like Star Wars? Was it you, Cole? Was it you that put me on to the Reggae Jedi one? That was brilliant. See, the YouTube's great for those kind of independent creators who just have a really good idea and put it out there. And then you get the slop. There's a lot. I'm getting a lot of YouTube shorts of very large people causing problems and all-you-can-eat buffets. And it's the most obvious AI, and loads of people commenting, he got his just desserts. And you're like, he didn't, because he doesn't exist. It's just YouTube. Here we go. Bobby's back. Return of the Bobby. The reason why you're top is because you have cogs in a system and defend deep all game with set pieces. Oh, God, it's as easy as that, is it? Do you think maybe Chelsea should try that? Or
We defend deep all game.
with set pieces? Yeah, yes. All we do is defend deep all game. Have you not watched us camped out on our own half? You know,
I'll tell you something. I always thought when we looked like we were attacking, I didn't realise we were actually defending.
yeah. No, because yeah. I mean, it looks like we're camped out in the opposition half. Really, that's just high line defending. Not letting the other team have the ball is just defending. Do you not know anything about football?
No, I'm trying to work out then why
when
was
teams never have a shot on target against us? That's just because we're just camped out defending the whole time.
all right. If that is the case, then when
it's good defending.
Calafiore scored that really nice goal, it would have been an own goal. So how is he offside?
Well, no, it's because Michael Oliver wasn't refereeing. Charles says, Gouda, Dan, Zanzi, you have seen strikers at AFC before, apart from Thierry and Nelka, who are those so-called technical strikers play for us? Alan Smith, right, Stapleton, God, George, just as Victor. I think when I was thinking about that comment about Victor Gyökeres, I was thinking of Alan Smith, and there is probably not in terms of what he won at Arsenal, what he meant to us as fans, like Alan Smudger Smith, 2 golden boots, man. Like, he was exceptional, but he wasn't necessarily technically gifted, but he had intelligence. He had a really good brain. And oh my God, 89 is only possible because of him.
Yep.
For him, for me, Chelsea ruined football by standards Roman had in place. There was never time to appreciate anything. Yeah, and they're ruined now, aren't they, as a fan base? They think it's their DNA to win. Their DNA was won the league in 1951. Good. AFC fans talk as if we have a long legacy of technical strikers. Jogo Bonita strikers. Come on, the thought is in the bin, right, Dan? Yeah, Tony Woodcock was my first striker. He was quite technical, just wasn't necessarily prolific enough. I mean, there's John Hartson, I think of.
Malcolm MacDonald.
Well, yeah, it's before my time. But we have had, football was a little bit more, people was going about this. Kevin Campbell wasn't technical. He was a brilliant player for us.
I mean, Malcolm MacDonald wasn't technical. He's just bloody fast and he hit the ball, and that was it. Goal. Thank you.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of mythologizing around Arsenal. That we somehow represented by Arsene Wenger all the time. Yes, those were glorious years. Yes, it was brilliant to watch Pires and Bergkamp and Henry and Ljungberg and Ashley Cole and so many great players throughout the years. Under Wenger, like Sanchez and Santi Cazorla and Mesut Ozil. We've always Ramsey and Jack Wilshere and so many great players. But obviously, a team that wins is more than just technically gifted players. It has to do with the heart and spirit. And I think I bring that 1989 up with Alan Smith, reference to Alan Smith, because when Lukic throws it to Dixon, he talked about it. He said, I didn't want the ball. I just lumped it up to Alan Smith. But Alan Smith has the presence, at least, to play it into the path of Michael Thomas. He doesn't panic. He stays calm. And no one stayed calmer than Michael Thomas that night. But when we play Parma in the Cup Winners' Cup, like, they've got Gianfranco Zola up front, right? Still one of the best players ever to play in the Premier League. They got Thomas Brolin, who was on his day an outstanding player, and Faustino Asprilla, who obviously people mostly remember for being the player that joined Newcastle in January when they were going great guns, and by the end of it they didn't win anything. And those 3 players couldn't get a sniff against our back 5. But Alan Smith, I remember it being outside the area. I don't think it was, but he volleyed it. I'd never seen him score from that distance before. And it goes in, and Alan Smith just had that calm, we're going to do this, And so Do I care if Victor Gyökeres isn't technically gifted? No. If he pops up and scores a winning goal at Wembley, no one's going to give a shit, are they? Suka was disappointed for me because he just never got on the pitch. Chat member of the evening is Bobby. Bobby, don't take it too seriously. You were so bad. Just so bad. You were the Glenn Helder. Anthony's got Glenn Helder was the best player to lace up the pair of boots for us. Anyone disagrees, I'll fucking have them. Bobby, you were the Glenn Helder of this evening. But, you know, I'm glad Reggae Wars. He listened to Reggae Wars. So good. So good. It really is. It really is the fun of the year. If you haven't seen Reggae Wars, just if you like, I mean, even if you don't like Star Wars, you can admire that. They also do the Lord of the Rings one now, don't they? But Reggae Wars is still, I still go to that once a week. Absolutely. It's a few of them, isn't there? Bergkamp is floating 10 from Inter. He arrived in a forward role, but transitioned big time. My point is just 1 or 2 or 3, not a laundry list. Disrespect to Victor is pathetic. It is. It really is pathetic. It's pathetic to go, like, you see it now in here. Chelsea fans want to tell you your players are shit. You got everybody else wants to tell you your players are shit. If you're an Arsenal fan, just get on board with saying, I really like my players. Arteta, greatest manager of all time, top of the league with a bang average squad generational. Exactly. How does he do it? How does he do it? He won't get credit for that. They'll tell you as well. They'll say, you know, David Raya, you know, he's like I said it earlier. He's overplaying Gabriel. Gabriel's world class. Hang on, I thought you had a bozo gene. I thought he was shit. Well, no, Gabriel's like, we're fucked without him. Right, because you know Arteta signed him, right? And like you thought he was a shit signing and that we'd overpaid for him. But now he's so important to us. Who's getting the credit for that? I tell you who gets the credit for that. Shane Gooner. Make sure you watch his Full Irish Breakfast. Arteta putting average players into Ballon d'Or shortlists. I know. Bozo genes. Getting talked about like the best centre-back in the country. Man City fans and Liverpool fans, I've seen really good streams. I think Terry Fleur's, the Football Terrorist, did a really good stream where they were talking about which player would you rather have out of Saliba and Gabriel, and there were people who couldn't decide. And I'm like, that's not bad, is it? For 50 million we spent on those two players combined. Yeah, just saying. I know that was a while ago, but they've come through a little bit. He's turned. Name one player that Arteta's developed. Oh, I can't think of a single one. I can't think of a single. There isn't a single player he's developed, is there? No. I mean, like, no. Can't think of anyone.
Dennis, no, it was before, wasn't
No,
it? Yeah,
that was before.
Terry on no, he's before as well. Alan Sunderland was way before that.
I like this. He's a gangster, genius manager, preternatural. He's got great hair, but I did find out earlier from I don't like Arteta or whatever his name was.
He's actually got my great hair. Just to remind you,
I keep forgetting that. And he's a gangster genius manager. John Hartson, anyone? Yes, please. John Hartson was one of them signings from George Graham where you just thought, really? Okay, and but I'll give him his credit. It was him that scored the equaliser in '95, wasn't it, in the Cup Winners' Cup final? Before that fucking Naeem from the halfway line. Right. Louis Bowen-Morte. Let's don't knock Louis Bowen-Morte. He played his part in '98. He got minutes. Chelsea, where do I begin? Scum, the end. It begins as it should do with Colville, with the player that their fans were so diabolical to, they almost gave him a nervous breakdown because it was a fucking horrible club then, and I can't get past that because I'm too old. If you want to sports wash the reputation of a club and make it seem like a multicultural club, you do that. But I remember real Chelsea, and it wasn't that long ago.
I love the way that Box Fresh couldn't hold down the shift button when he's pressing 1 5 times.
The Fury got to him, didn't it?
Yeah.
The Fury got to him.
Yeah. 1. Fuck it.
Arteta isn't that good, mate. No, that's right. He's no Maresca, obviously. God, what would Maresca be able to do if he had good? See, if Chelsea had good players, you'd be a threat, wouldn't you? If Chelsea could you need to spend some money. That's what I think. I think Chelsea need to dole out some dollars. I think it's time Chelsea stop being so tight, with their money and actually just get spending. Buy a striker. You've got the money. João Pedro, He's more of a Brighton striker. You need like a, get a good striker. Why don't you do that?
Buy a stadium.
Give fuck off. Give them a rest. They don't need a stadium. They ain't got any fans. They have like, what do you know what their average attendance is? Like 40,000. It's like where we were under Graham. So no, I think Bobby, you're absolutely right. I think give Maresca the money that he needs to buy some good players, some centre backs, some goalkeepers, some strikers, Yeah. So I think that's the way. Because you've got a world class. When you had Graham Potter as well, he was really good, and Frank Lampard. Whatever happened to him? So I think Chelsea are amazing. Definitely spend your time coming into clubs at the top of the league that are shitting all over your club, and try and. It's a little bit like a boy in rags with no shoes on, running into the Ritz and taking the piss out of what everyone's eating.
I always find Chelsea's history before 2000 was absolutely something stunning, wasn't it?
That's incredible. I remember the Zenith Data Systems Cup as well as you do, and the envy I felt that I couldn't win the first division, second division as was. How I wish we'd had a player as good as Kerry Dixon or Dennis Wise. These were lofty dreams and ambitions. Shit show, shit club, no fans. Kevin Campbell was righty before righty. I'm not having that, really. Listen, don't get me wrong. Kevin Campbell was massively important to us, but he was never the finisher that Ian Wright was. Never. Hear me out. I'm out of here. Night Razor and Zanzi, have a great show, lads. I don't think it's going on much longer, but I've really enjoyed tonight. So thank you very much. Anthony, can't do without you, mate. You're an absolute superstar. Thank you for being here.
Super arms as well.
Anthony, we ears, big arms. Anthony, dipped in sherbet Herbert. Earth, Ernie Vader, Gertlush. I made a rough moan back. I have to do it every time now. It's my compulsion. Much love to you. Anthony Herbert, Knight, you lightweight. Very good assumption. Said hi when you came in, legend. You good? McDonald was a superb athlete. He was just naturally that good. Super Mac. I never saw him really. Sorry, I had a phone call, missed it. I'm good. Thank you, Rosie. All the better for speaking with Yes. Malcolm McDonald started his football career as a left back. Is that true? I did not know that. Bobby said he's won a top league with average players. Yeah, I think what we're in danger of doing, Boy Tendio, and it will wind you up, is you're trying to rationally discuss football with Bobby. And I have a feeling that Bobby is, I'm going to guess 14. I'm going to say 14, maybe 15. Brolin, Darlin. Oh, yeah, Darlin. I forgot about him. Brolin, God, knocked us out at Euro 92, didn't they? Bastards. But Brolin, and then he got really chunky, didn't he? And he played for Leeds, and it didn't quite go to plan. Arteta has a lot of bang average players in a system. That is why you are top. Anyone can look good in your system without system average, which also shows Arteta is not a great manager. Is there like a bit of a word salad there, Bobby? Can we start using punctuation for a bit? First of all, begin a sentence with a capital letter. That's just standard. Also, it's a noun. So I know you're not particularly worried about that, but it's very hard to read. I'm not saying that if you used punctuation, what you're writing would be easy to read, but it would be easier to read. At the moment, this is what I'm getting. Arteta has a lot of bang average players in a system. That is why you are top. Anybody can look good in the system without system average, which also shows Arteta is not a great manager. Did you follow that, Bobby? Am I doing it justice? No. Punctuate. There's a comma now and again. That helps the reader. I have to be honest with you. I'm kind of on here. This is, my pub, and I have the pleasure of enjoying the community that comes here, and I'm always grateful. So I feel like I have to read out these comments. But if I was honest with you, Bobby, if I didn't feel obliged, if I was just a guest on Zanzi's channel, I wouldn't be reading your fucking comments. They're just gibberish and boring at that. You're not saying anything that makes any sense, and you're not punctuating it. You don't seem to have taken the time to care about what you're writing. So after a few comments that I've read, which have all been a bit silly, I'd probably stop. But if you want to make them a bit more engaging, do have at it.
If the system is good, which obviously Bobby's saying,
you're doing it as well. You and Boytendio are falling into a trap of somebody comes along and goes, salad, word salad, blah blah, smell, bum, fart, shit, wee, poo, and you're going, now I think the logic, and just don't do it. It's Bobby. He's 14. He's falling asleep. He's typing without any effort whatsoever. He's probably actually not even a Chelsea fan, because I don't think there are that many Chelsea fans. They can't fill a stadium in the centre of London.
And of course, it must be difficult typing with his laptop underneath the blankets as well.
Yeah. Without his mum knowing he's still awake, because she's probably in the room with him. It's tough life. Bobby, I know how tough it can be at the very bottom. Haaland isn't technically gifted. I agree with that, but he's a fucking unit, isn't he? Lol, Rosie, I'm just heading up to bed. Might watch a bit of TV. Oh, that's nice, isn't it? Anders Limpar was one of my favourites. My favourite thing about Anders Limpar was he had no idea that the tax that you had to pay in this country was so much higher than it is when he'd come from Italy, and he wanted to leave straight away. But Anders Limpar was an outstanding winger. Not quite Mark Overmars. I've seen people go, would you have Limpar or Overmars? I think that's a bit mental. He's definitely not Robert Pires either, I can say that. En route for Eze. Don't have to tell me Chelsea players are shit. The table will tell me. Yeah, try telling me that Chelsea players are really, really good. Was there a Chelsea player you'd actually have at the Arsenal? Maybe Cole Palmer, but I'm not sure, Bobby, do you have buzzwords you have to hit on a day-to-day basis? And is one of those words average? Yeah. I'll tell you what, Bobby, if you really want to have a laugh tonight, start insulting Rangers. See how far that gets you. Alan Sunderland was my favourite striker when growing up. Not prolific, hardworking, good in the air, and had an effective partnership with Frank Stapleton.
And he scored a winning goal at Wembley against Man United.
79, wasn't it?
Yep.
Richard, great to see you, mate. All I remember him for is that. That's all I remember him for. And I don't really remember the game, I don't think.
And his hair.
Yeah, his hair. But I mean, that's not... Yeah, he's not Freddie Ljungberg. Bertu is here to keep the manager in check. I think he might be doing that, It definitely seems to be working so far. I don't know about this Italian scout they brought in either from Napoli, but he found Kvaratskhelia, and I saw somebody did a brilliant clickbaity video, which I started watching, about how we've actually made a move to bringing Kvaratskhelia from Paris Saint-Germain. I thought, have we? And then you watch the entire video and no, we haven't, but he scouted him for Napoli. So there's the link. Technically gifted, disagreed. Define technically gifted first. Just doing step overs is not technically gifted. Rest everything he has. I think, for me, I think of technique in trapping a ball, dribbling with a ball, how you are with the ball at feet, basically. But it's all technique. Heading a ball is technique. How you defend a ball. Kenny Dalglish, defending a ball. So, and also, I'm not that good at scout talent spotting. I just watch football with very little understanding of tactics and technique and stuff. And I was a shit footballer, so why would I know? Thanks, Rosie. Yes, I'm well. Hope you're well too. The Guna, Namanquo Kanu, believe it. Oh, that was amazing. That game in the rain against Chelsea. Oh, so good. That goal he scored from the byline. I can still remember watching that and just being so happy. Was it 2-0 down, 3-2 up?
2-0 down, 3-2 up, and a hat-trick from Kanu. And that third goal where the keeper came out to challenge him and he just skipped round him. And then...
There was a game, he did that against a keeper in the cup, and I can't remember who it was, but he didn't touch the ball. He just did the crazy legs thing, and the keeper went all over the place and the ball just rolled in. And Nwankwo Kanu is technically gifted. He had size 12 feet as well. He would clown feet, and he just so good with a ball. I loved Kanu.
There was another goal he scored. I can't remember. It was the games where their defender was right up behind him, and the ball came to him, and he flicked it over, spun round, and stopped the ball in the back of the net.
Yeah, I mean, he was he was an exceptional player. I mean, you think of like the kind of player that you had to be to keep him out of the. I mean, he didn't play. He played games for us, but I think he would have got a lot more games on the other side. But I just always loved him. He was just one of those players that never complained. I loved it. Kanu is one of my favourites. Kanu! And he was about 50 back then, so God knows how old he is now.
No one knows how old he was.
No, he definitely isn't as old as his. He's definitely not 49. Fuck off. He's just not. But yeah, and he overcame, like, if you think about it, he overcame a hole in the heart, which nearly ended his career. He had a heart attack, didn't he? And then they found that, and there was a chance he wasn't going to make it. 30 goals in the league for us.
He did stuff that you just wouldn't expect to happen.
Yeah, and he did it. Oh, the only other thing is, it was his ball to Overmars, wasn't it? Or Overmars' his. Did he score? You know when we played Sheffield United in the FA Cup, and Ray Parlour, I think, threw the ball back to Sheffield United. Overmars, who was new, intercepted it and passed it to a Kanu, who scored and didn't know that you're not supposed to do that. If Chelsea actually thought about team instead of playing transfer window spree, they end up with half-decent squad. Does Maresca get a say in who comes in? Of course not. Of course he can't do, can he? Because no one wants the kind of players they're bringing in. 2 billion spent, no title race, pathetic. Don't talk about my club. Yes. I mean, all they can do is talk about our club because they don't want to talk about their own club, do they? It's all right. Like, I don't mind Chelsea. I love the fact that all Chelsea fans seem to talk about is how we're not very good. You know, and they're 6 points behind us. There's only 11 games played. They've already lost 3 games. They've already conceded 10 goals. I wouldn't swap. You know, when was the last time Chelsea beat us as well? Who's the rent boy here anyway? Why all the scum chat? We play Spurs, not them lot. Yeah, fair play, man. We haven't really talked about Spurs at all, but there is Friday night to do that, and I am going to be bricking it for the North London derby. I always am, even though 2010, November 23rd, 2010, last time they won at the Emirates. Come on, man. Maran Chamak was in goal. We had other players who played that day. William Gallas played for them. Scum. I fucking really never liked William Gallas. Who else played? It was really surprising me. Some absolute pup players on. God, who's a bastard who went to Man City? French kid started playing well and then went to Man City. Anyway.
2021. Last time Chelsea beat us at home.
Okay. Well, that seems like only yesterday.
Since then, we've been a win, and a win, and a win.
Well, a win and a prep. Kevin Campbell was our number 9 go-to. Didn't say he was as good, but he was our striker. Yeah, he was kind of. It was between him. Yes, he was definitely. But Alan Smith was really our striker, and Kevin Campbell and Merson played off of him, and that was the knockdown football that we were playing, and it was great. And then Smithy had some injuries, and I mean, people saying we don't need Ian Wright. How funny is that? I was always chuffed about it. Don't forget, elite better than Messi. Welbeck. Oh yeah, forgot all about it. I love Welbeck. I love him. You know what I love most about him? Every time he scores for Brighton, I get to say to the missus and her dad, "You're welcome." You're welcome. No, honestly, you're welcome. I'm glad he's one of yours. I do love Brighton. Where are we at now? So, the By Jesus Said Paddy Arsenal series is fantastic on YouTube. Covers Arsenal from 71 to 86. I will definitely By Jesus Said Paddy. I'll definitely watch that. Bobby is off his rocker or his meds. How can anyone look good in the system when Nuno Tavares didn't look good in the system? Fab. Heading the ball is not technically gifted, Dan. I don't know. All right, fair enough. I can't be wrong on that. Heading a ball is a technique, right? Because I can't do it. Like, the ball used to come up and I closed my eyes and just never hit me, right?
No, you have to be technically good to head the ball.
I think there's a technique to it, is I think what I was trying to say. But I'm not dying on this hill of an argument. I'm happy to concede I was wrong. Okay, heading a ball is not technically gifted. Up there, I said it. But when Pele leaps like a salmon to nut one in, that looks technically gifted. I'll accept that Peter Shilton scoring a fucking shitty header against us in the cup final. That's not technically gifted. That's technically criminal.
Peter Shilton.
Not Peter Shilton, sorry. What am I trying to say? Trevor Brooking. Sorry.
Yeah,
that's funny. Like, I've obviously got Peter Shilton on my mind. I personally thought Cantona was great for Arsenal, and Ethan Smith Rowe is still my hero. Listen, I would be surprised if we're honest. Don't most of us think Eric Cantona was one of the best players to have played in the Premier League?
he's all right, wasn't he?
He's a wee bit better than all right. Huh? Like, I don't mind. I'm not like a Chelsea fan. I don't think only Chelsea players are good. Only Arsenal players are good. I'm quite happy to say Matt Letizia, one of the best players I've ever seen. When most team, Georgie Kinkladze, great player. Jorginho, the Middlesbrough lad. Ravanelli, when he went to Middlesbrough, and he was like, all the women here are ugly. And he's like, have you got any idea how insulted everybody is now? It's like your own fans have started to hate you. No, great players, right? I'm sure Chelsea had Gianfranco Zola. I've always had a lot of time for him. I think he was a great player. Drogba, great player.
Eden Hazard.
Yeah, and he was good, wasn't he? I don't know what happened to him. Like, he just doesn't want to train, does he? He doesn't go to Spain and not train. Best Tottenham player I've ever seen, Jurgen Klinsmann. I've got to say it. I loved him. And I used to see him on the tube at Belsize Park as well. Just a very humble man. Thank God he didn't stay at Tottenham for more than, was it a season he was there?
In his VW Beetle.
Yeah. He literally used to get on the tube at Belsize Park and you drive out of the car park in a Volkswagen Beetle. Not a good one either. I don't know how if I mentioned it, but Scotland won 4-2 against Denmark tonight. McTominay, Shanklin, Tierney, and McLean. It does sound like the list you'd read out if people were standing in a dock for a bank job, though, doesn't it? Do you know what I mean? Like that Scotland team, mate. Shanklin was driving a car. McTominay was up front with a shooter. Tierney and McLean were backup men. I like the fish and chip shop in Glasgow, and the deep fried Mars bar was to die for. Rosie has not had a deep fried Mars bar.
And Tierney was holding a Tesco's bag.
Yeah. Got away with a loot in a Tesco's bag. Yeah. Rosie there, right on cue, never had a deep fried Mars bar. Did you see the bicycle kick? Was it really a bicycle kick? I just assumed you were winding me up. Indeed, not bad. Must have been watching my old high school videos, Rosie. That Carnu goal was versus Deportivo. It was the one I'm talking about. I think it might have been. I was in a West Stand, and I saw it, and it was just one of those ones I couldn't wait to go home and watch it. He literally just goes like that, jing, 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 and the keeper's totally bamboozled. It doesn't feel like Carnu ever touched the ball. I'm gonna have to dig that out. Maybe, is it? I think it was definitely a Spanish team. I'm ordering a McTominay kit. Man did something legendary. Yeah, I mean, he's on Ballon d'Or form, isn't he? If former Fulham and Arsenal chairman Henry Norris hadn't turned down Gus Mears' offer to move Fulham FC to Stamford Bridge, Chelsea FC would probably never have been formed. Would anyone miss that shit show of a team? I remember there was a point where our fullbacks always used to score against Chelsea at Stamford Bridge, and there was always like crisp packets on the pitch and a carrier bag, and he was just sort of got it. He's like literally like, people who've got things, cars on bricks in their garden, those kind of. That's what Chelsea is, right in the heart of London. That's the richest part of London, and they've got a Chelsea in there with all their fans who are from Surrey anyway. I bet Bobby lives in Surrey. I bet he's from Surbiton. That goal by McLean too from halfway point. You don't see them very often. Didn't see it at all. Rosie, do they fried blood near you in Chippies? That's black pudding. Fried blood's delicious. Unless there's some other way of doing it, which I'm not familiar with. I bet Rosie doesn't eat fried blood. Diarra, French kid, midfield. Lasana. Oh, the one who Sorry for the caps. At least you punctuate. Hi, Rosie. Great result tonight. Yeah. Haggis and black pudding, Coles. Hi, the haggis. Hunting the haggis. Absolutely buzzing. Why, there is a plan forming with me and the missus to eventually move to Scotland. Because I think I want to live near Inverness. I'm not even joking.
I've just seen the Carnu goal against Deportivo.
Oh, right. I haven't. Oh, God, let me have a look at that. Tell them something amusing so I can watch a YouTube video. That's not
that was brilliant. The keeper dived and the Carnu just walked past and sort of won the back.
Yeah, that's what I remember. I was watching that from the West Stand. And I can't even remember the score. I think we beat them. I think it was comfortable in 2 or 3-0. But it's funny how, like, you know, all that matters is silverware. We didn't win that cup that year. But still enjoyed it. Hang on. Carnu, is it against Deportivo La Coruña?
Yeah. Mm.
I've definitely seen Deportivo. No, okay. Carnu versus Deportivo. Goal Deportivo. Okay. God, see, this is what I do love about YouTube. No. Okay. Yes. God, this is taking me back now. Oh, those were the days. I don't know why I was in the West, but I must have been gone. There we go. Yeah. Right. No. Well, this is great for you guys. I'm doing a watch along of a game that happened in the year 2000. Hello. This is a much. It's 4 minutes. Where's the goal?
There's one of them which is 24 seconds long, and that's the one I just watched.
Well, I'm just gonna hang on.
It's on www.arsenal.com.
Here we go. Oh, yeah, that's the one. That's the goal. That's the goal. Oh, how good is that goal? He just goes like that, and the keeper jumps down. He just walks it around him. Doesn't even touch the ball. That is skills. Techers. Oh, the place went mad. Love Carnu. Love him.
How you can dribble past a player without even touching the ball.
He doesn't touch the ball. Yeah, look, here it goes. Ball over top. I just fucking love Bergkamp watching on. Even Bergkamp. It's just brilliant. I can watch that all night. Fucking well done for remembering that was Deportivo, by the way. Oh, mate. Yeah. Oh, that is.
And I think we won that game 4-1.
Superstar. Huh?
I think we won that game 4-1.
I remember we won it. I thought 3-1, but that goal, that's all I was talking about. I just, fucking right. And yet I live really near Highbury. So I wasn't far from home, but there was like, and it was a midweek, and I remember just I'm going home. I've got to watch that on. I've got to watch that on telly. I've got because it didn't. Oh come on, man! It was just Nwankwo Kanu. When we talk about technically gifted, we specifically mean a player's ability to manipulate the ball. It's not about step overs or jogger bonita. Jogger is just an expression of football. Yeah. I think. Yes, I can absolutely understand that we are being specific when we talk about technically gifted players. But that someone can have a lot of flair and not be technically gifted, maybe. Does that fit?
In fact, we actually won 5-1 in the end.
Right.
Dennis Bergkamp scored the 5th.
Boy, Letitia done things many have never been able to produce. No one's ever, as far as I know, no one's ever just flicked one up and volleyed it in the way that he did. Like, I mean, Matt Letitia was an entertainer. He was a maestro. He was brilliant. I loved him. Matt is Lee Trundle before Lee Trundle. Stick a comment star on that one. Box Fresh smashed it. Ginola was good too, unfortunately. I never forget when he played for Paris Saint-Germain and Lee Dixon put him in his pocket on the march to the Cup Winners' Cup. I think it was 95, though, to be fair. Sol Campbell. Yeah, very good. I called my dad Ravanelli once. He told me to fuck off. I said, thanks. US men's national team are 4-0 up against Bielsa's Uruguay at half-time. Oof. Are they doing better now? Is what's his name playing up from? Oh God, what's his name? Oh, guy. I've forgotten his name. Zandy, help me out. The Balogun, following Balogun. Some matches on tonight. Yeah, I'm going to go to bed in a bit. Chav FC used to be like a little car park as a stadium. Still is, I think. I mean, I haven't been there in years, but I hated it. You guys get kicked out. Puerto Ricans make blood sausages. Do they? I've seen black pudding made the old-fashioned way, and it's a bit much, if I'm honest. Jamaica play tonight. I know Curacao. Robbie and I think it was Robbie doing a watch along. So yeah, I think they're doing a watch along. I have to get up too early for that, sadly. Steve McLaren and co will probably fuck it up. Oh, where's Steve McLaren? Where's Steve McLaren? Who's he managing? Do you know, Zanzi?
No.
Deportivo were decent in those days. I can absolutely vouch for that. It's hard to imagine how far they've fallen. Charlie Patino's there, and he can't get into that side, the Segunda División. Chim Tiru. Who needs Anelka when we've got Carnu?
These Jamaica McLaren is.
Is he?
Oh,
I couldn't believe Nigeria didn't make it through. Also, Italy, are they in the playoffs or are they out?
good question.
Because I don't know. I'm just not. Oh, Rosie! Fandabi Rosie! Fandabi Rose. Is there two there? What have you done? That's amazing. 102, 101. Oh, Rosie. Thank you so much. Tonight's show has been sponsored by the one and only Fandabi Rosie.
Italy are in the playoffs.
Okay.
After Norway trounced them 4-1, didn't they?
I know. No Calafiori, no chance.
No.
I'm not a sandwich. No, you're not. But a burger is. I've got to do some more. I've done 4 videos now. I've still got to edit them and put them out. I'm really enjoying it, actually. Hear me out now. Nice biscuits. Is it pronounced nice or nice? Nice. I think nice. I don't fucking know. I don't know. No one's going to pull you up on that, are they? He manages Jamaica. All right. Fucking hell. Are they doing all right? So Jamaica, am I right in saying it must be easier for them to qualify?
No, she went on her own.
What's that?
You said Jamaica. I said, no, she went on her own. Jamaica. No, she went on her own.
It's moments like this. I think, why didn't I put some tumbleweed video together for it? It would have been so good then, wouldn't it? Would have been so good. Oh well, never mind. Just do this instead. What about this one?
You have any fucking idea how busy I am, Lee Gunner? Well, fuck you!
I don't know why I don't use that one more often. I was going to send a super chat, but I'm skinned. Don't have to. Like, you being here, believe me, I love when you guys do it. It makes a huge difference. I can't pretend it doesn't, but I just love you all being here. Like,
I just love the fact that all these people say, "Oh, I'm going now." Like an hour later, they're still here.
Well, at least that's what I mean. Like, Anthony's still here. He doesn't want to go. He knows we'll start talking about him as soon as he goes. Second place after Norway, right? So they're in the playoffs. Yep. Okay, I pronounce it. I fucking love Rosie. I've said this so many times, but there's always, there's a few of you where you just do one comment and it just floors me every single time. We are crap down. But is it? But am I right in thinking that Canada, Mexico, and the USA aren't they in normally the? Doesn't it mean that Jamaica don't even have to be that good to get through to the World Cup, right? I mean, that's? I mean, who? I mean, surely you'll beat Curacao. Surely, no? Am I over egging? Am I overestimating? Because I would have thought What the fuck do I know? I can't remember last time I watched Jamaica play. Zanzi, classic Led Zepp joke. Yeah. Not heard it in a long time. Did you see Lee Gunner get roasted by X as an Arsenal fan? Was entertaining for a minute. Mate, of all the people to try and run your gums at, Expressions is just the funniest guy on YouTube, I think. Like, he is so quick. Like, he's going, why are you wearing that air traffic controller like headset? And it's like, mate, you can take that off and listen just through the keyboard because you can't hear what I'm saying.
I'm laughing at Rosie's comment, sorry.
No, what? Don't apologise for laughing at Rosie's comment. Which comment?
You haven't read it yet.
I know. Heard a really good rude joke earlier, but won't reprint it. Huh? My ears are burning. Should be. Anthony has only scammed 2 old women this week. If you scammed 3, you could buy YouTube. You're way overestimating. We struggled against Trinidad last game. Tough watch. Yeah, I mean, who's going through? How many teams go through? Is it? I have to look it up. I don't know. I'll leave Zanti to do some talking while I look it up.
Twerking.
Just all you got to do is say whatever comes into your head, but try not to make it.
Oh, no, you don't want me to do that.
I know I don't, but I also don't want dead time either because these guys have come for entertainment.
Oh,
they are entertaining themselves.
Why don't you chat and I'll look up?
Because I want to look at Coronation Street. Tina O'Brien's dad. Why do I get all these things about people dying and then it's not the people anyway? Jamaica.
How if you're looking up World Cup qualifications, how come you're getting them up?
Because I opened up my browser and it went to the news page. So there is it first half, 2 minutes played. It's already 0-0. I won't be doing a watch along. So where's the standings? Okay, fuck me. Yeah, well, you got Panama, Guatemala. All right, okay. Shit. What the fuck? So why Canada? Hang on a minute. What? This is the Gold Cup. This is the CONCACAF Gold Cup. What the hell is that?
It's like the European Cup for teams who aren't in the South American Cup.
Well, what are you... But that doesn't make any sense at all. Aren't they trying to qualify for the World Cup? Or have these all... I don't know what the fuck is going on. Why Jamaica in Group C? Am I just looking up the wrong shit here? Someone talk to me. Suriname and Curacao looking to get their first World Cup appearances because Mexico, Canada, and USA already qualified. Exactly. Jamaica aren't that good. That's what I'm getting. Dwight York manages them. Trinidad was like old man United reunion. Nice. Where did Bobby go? It's nice to have someone with an unpopular opinion around. I know you wanted to.
I know why he went actually.
It's bedtime. He was fucking half asleep when he was writing. Did you see his grammar?
Well, no, he got something on his keyboard when he got excited, so he had to go and clean it.
I like this one better. Colin said, "I think Bobby saw a squirrel and chased after it." Dan's asking hella good questions. I don't know the answer, but Rosie knows. Rosie knows it all. I fucking, honest to God, don't watch. I will not pretend that I know anything at all. It's always interested me when the World Cup comes around because you start thinking, oh, Egypt won't be that good. And then you think, oh, shit, I will be watching the African Cup of Nations. Won't have to, that's going to be good. I'm looking forward to that. Do some watch-alongs. His mum has defo turned the Wi-Fi off. That's the one. Oh, yeah, look, head coach Steve McLaren. Fuck me. No wonder they're not very good. I mean, how not very good are they though? Let's sofa score this because that usually tells me what the hell's going on. Sofa score, and then I think we'll start winding down because you guys have been brilliant. I can't expect you to stay up all night. Right, so Jamaica, and then of course Zanzi does the joke. And we all right. Fuck me. All right. So World Cup qualification CONCACAF. Okay, this makes more sense. So Curacao are currently ahead of Jamaica. They're playing. If Jamaica win, they go top though. But Jamaica did just draw 1-1 with Trinidad and Tobago. They thrashed Bermuda. 3 points of the triangle there. I'll make a joke later. Panama, though. Oof. Guadeloupe. Guatemala beat Jamaica. That's not good, man. That is not good. The Confederations Gold Cup is the Confederations premier event for national teams, owning a champion every 2 years. So it's like the year. Bobby has gone back to the Klansman. North America, Central America, and the Caribbean. God, I tell you what, I think the Caribbean is one of the best places I've ever been. Who's Bobby? Anybody's Bobby. Nobody puts Bobby in a corner. Yep, it's getting to the time of night where I find me funny, but no one else does. So, Zanzi.
Dan.
Let's have your first and final thoughts.
It's been emotional.
How emotional? What's the emotion then?
It's the emotion of trying to figure out what Bobby's been saying in chat and wondering where he's getting that in his little head. It's been emotional by the fact that Rosie's giving not just one payment, but 2 payments.
I know, that is deep.
It's been emotional in the fact that you haven't got your flat cap on today. You've got a baseball cap on.
I nearly went no cap at all. And I thought, do you know what? They deserve better.
You do deserve a hat today. And that's it. I think you are the Austrian of Austria today.
The Austrian Arnold Schwarzenegger, someone called me once.
Yeah.
That's like fucking random. Austrian Arnold Schwarzenegger. Same
and
person.
The chat's been brilliant, actually.
Huh?
Well, the chat's been brilliant, apart from maybe.
Do you know what? The chat has been absolutely superb tonight. You are all the comments have been fantastic, start to finish. Really great attendance. Thanks to all of you.
And I hope Bobby manages to get his keyboard clean for Friday.
I'll tell you, you've put a beef on. That's right. Every time I shag your wife, she makes me sandwich. That was it. Well, who was that? That was. Oh, Jack, you've put the beef on. Who is it was saying that? Every time I fuck your mum, she buys me a biscuit or something like that. She makes me a sandwich. Yeah. I fucking love it. I really wish Bobby had just enough about him to have a bit of a go at Rangers. Because then the chat, that would be it. Me and you just sitting here laughing. It wouldn't have been any like if I think if Expressions took on Rangers, you'd see a proper. If Rosie and Expressions went at it, you'd see a proper. Like I don't think there's it's easy to pick a winner out of that. But Dan, appreciate you, Zanzi. Blessings. A chat, one love. Rosie called me. I'm playing unless you're not. Haha. But seriously, Jack's still game. Bobby's still game. Thank you. We've got look at that. We've got 5 new subscribers. We're on 1967. We've gone past the World Cup year. 1966. Let me know if you're. Tappy's just put the intros fire to Rosie's birthday one. I'm going to play us out with the intro from this one because I made it and I really like it. You know, so no Tuesday Club tonight. It is of course in the musical playlist if you ever feel like listening to it. But really appreciate you. Really appreciate you. Whether you liked or didn't like, hope you liked it. Hope you clicked like. I hope if you hadn't, you. 1967, the year Scotland won the World Cup. Standards, just because they don't have the standards, Millet. And also, look, tonight I will be remembering it. For Austria qualified for the World Cup. And the Millet finally became the Millet. And that's it. That's all I got. But thank you so much for being here. And until I see you again on Friday, if not before, be lucky. Lots of love.